Good evening. Welcome to Saturday Night Drive-In with the Big Blue Ball. I am your host, the Big Blue Ball, and I'm here to share my wisdom with you. How's everyone doing tonight? Comics Bear, Mark Anthony, Roscoe, how you guys doing? Mark Anthony says, need parallel universe story where sushi lives, but it has severe ramifications for everyone. I have no idea what you're talking about. Pay homage to the blue sphere. This is correct. Thank you so much, Mark Anthony, for pointing out the obvious to the world. DJ will hang in for a little while. Thank you. Thank you so much, DJ. I do appreciate your patronage. Well, apparently we have a big brown ball as well.
I think isn't that racist or something? I don't know.
So now we have the big blue ball and the big brown ball. How are you, big brown ball?
I'm tired, man. I'm doing good though. I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Bringing the mic closer here. All right.
Jeff Potts would like to know how the mother of the big blue ball is doing. She's well, let's put it this way. We have such luck in our family. JoJo's got this it's called Tetrasomy 18, and they're like, there's only 240 people in the whole world that have this disorder. And I'm like, aren't we special? He's a special collector's edition. And so, yes, the problem with my mother, the doctor told me, after we get through this, we could publish a paper on her. Because it's so rare and unique what's happening to her. And I don't want to get into all of her medical issues per se. But just, of course, to say it's so rare and unique that they don't really know what to do. Oh. So, anyways, she's on relatively regular doses of morphine. She is better today than she was yesterday, so hopefully it is mitigating some of the problems. But I do appreciate the prayers everyone has been offering, so please do continue to pray for my mom.
Word up.
Mute Mike, praise the sphere, $5 appreciated, Mark Anthony. This is the sphere, praise the sphere. That is correct. Boy, I go away for a while. Only 12 people show up for a Saturday night stream. Look at that.
What's a Friday night?
Well, that makes more sense. Let me turn this banner off.
Yeah, that's totally the reason why, I guess.
That makes a lot more sense now. Holy cow.
That explains everything.
It does. Elliot.
Yes, sir.
You're a hard working man.
I'm trying, man. I
really love you, brother, and I trust you. And I know you'll do right by everyone. And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Oh yeah.
You're a hard-working man. You ain't lollygagging on nobody.
No.
It's just freaking life ain't a box of Cheerios, people. I don't even know if that's a saying, but I'm making it a saying. Life ain't no freaking box of Cheerios. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, right?
I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
I know exactly what you're saying.
Right.
I haven't eaten Cheerios in a long time. In fact,
I hate Cheerios.
I can't even drink milk anymore. I think I'm intolerant. So there you go.
I can't tolerate milk either, man. Freaking milk.
Stupid milk.
I'm racist against milk. I can't tolerate it.
Is it more like a species, like a bacteria? I'm bacterialist.
Are you trying to correct me, Elliot?
Not at all. I think it's great. Whatever you're saying, it sounds fantastic. Sounds fantastic.
So, being as Elliot is the hardest working man in show business, We're doing a work stream, so we may not be quite as chatty, Kathy, as usual. But man, you sit in the hospital for a few days, and work piles up on you, and so we'll be working. I'll be working. Elliot be working.
Yep.
But
I'm looking at my work screen. It's under my camera, so I apologize. I'm not ignoring the chat. I'm not looking at the chat and then ignoring. I'm just my work is on this screen right here.
hey, feel free to look at the chat and ignore it, Elliot. You do what you want to do, man.
This is when I'm looking at the chat right here. I'm looking at the chat right now. But no. All right, yeah, but no, man, it's been cool. How's everything else going on? How's your family? Your children and stuff?
The children are fine as long as we let them play video games without supervision. They're great.
the great equalizer.
Yeah. I'm like, what'd you guys do while I was gone? The usual. Like, all right.
Yeah, man. I've been listening to audiobooks while I work, and it's hard because I haven't been able to redo my insurance isn't being taken by my doctor anymore, so I got to find another doctor. And so some of my medications I can't use, including my ADD medicine.
Wait, are you on Obamacare?
No, it's
because
it's just the whole. My wife works.
You like your doctor, you can keep it. That thing,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, there you go. But I am in the middle of trying to get my new medication, but it is getting hard, man. I can't listen to a story at all.
Oh.
I need all my concentration on everything I'm doing. So
gotcha.
It's getting crazy up at her.
So you're saying you're not
all I can do is just from time to time run my electric shaver on my head.
Since everything you say revolves around around me, that just means you're not going to be paying attention to me.
No, I can pay attention to you, like we're talking. Yeah, I mean, well, one thing's going to suffer over the other. Right now, my work is going to suffer while I talk to you.
Oh, okay.
I love you.
Love you, man.
I love you, man.
I love you, man.
I got to show you some of this stuff too.
P Money says, okay, Blacklist Universe, wanted to check in on you. I'll probably be back. Got a few things to do with the family. I may be back later. Right on, P Money. And hey, if any of you wrenches, if Nasser shows up, just go ahead and block him because I'm done with that kid. So enough said on that. I was on his stream earlier and I'm just like, I'm done with that kid. He has turned into somebody I do not like. So yeah, if he pops his head in here, just whack him, would you? Not you, Elliot.
Oh yeah, well,
you keep your hands clean, Elliot.
I mean, I don't mind getting dirty.
Well, you have a wrench.
So I've been listening to I know it's old now, but I finally got caught up on that Sabrina show that was on Netflix.
Oh my goodness.
Man, that was a hard show to pay attention to. It was definitely a hate, like I hate watching a hate watch show. I couldn't.
Why would you spend your time hate watching something?
Because I was I don't know. I think it's a human thing. I think sometimes we think that because we kind of live in a space. I live in a space at least, or I'm hoping for some sort of what do you call it?
Redemption.
Redemption story. So I'm hoping for something to be redeemed in the
crappiness of the show.
Yeah. Maybe the characters will come back. I mean, because the first season was really good.
Really?
But it wasn't. It was blasphemous. It was hard. It was a hard show to watch. It was it was cool. I had to keep reminding myself. I said, well, I guess if I was a witch, I guess I wouldn't say, thank thank God. I'd say, what they say in the show.
Right.
And I was like, gosh, it's such a jarring thing to hear. And,
there's a show like that, but it's not a girl witch, it's a boy witch, and the theme song is "If I Were a Witch Man."
What is that? What is that?
All my culture is wasted on you.
I don't remember that. I remember the sound of that, but I don't know what that is.
It's from Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh, never saw that.
If I were a rich man,
A rich man,
if I were a very wealthy man, if I were a... All right, forget it. I tried.
You did. So yeah, I ended up finally the radio show that is that show in my head while I was working today. It was funny. It was like, okay, that was a waste of time. Thankfully, I was working.
Yes. Thank you, DJ, for your commentary on my swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. They can't all be winners.
Mike, I can't. I can't help you with that. Mark N says the culture of the blue sphere. I love it.
The culture of the blue sphere. Blue is the color. Well, one of the colors of the Israeli flag. If I were a rich man. Boy, 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 boy. Eric Hawkins says, don't feel bad, Mike. I'm not allowed to watch Fiddler because I burst out in song. Excellent. I like. Let me see if Kevin, I did drop to the D&Q crew the link if anybody else wanted to work stream. This is a work stream. Nobody's asked me what I'm working on, but that's fine.
I'm sure it's secret, Michael.
It is secret. How did you know? It's so secret, I haven't even told Elliot.
Oh, man.
It's that secret. Oh, shoot. I forgot to sign the contract. I got the contract today. And I have to sign it.
I got my contract a couple days ago.
Is it a secret?
Well, I haven't gotten that part of it yet, but yeah, I always treat all my stuff like NDA.
Secret. I've got a secret. So suffice it to say, I will be pushing Atomic Family off a little bit. And depending on how this does, maybe a little bit more. But we'll see. So I can't show what I'm showing or what I'm doing. Because it's a secret. I've got a secret. But I can drop hints. Should I drop it? No, I shouldn't drop hints. No. Damn it. I suck with secrets, Elliot. Mike will... What?
Go ahead.
Mike will be here all week. Try the veal and tip your waitress. That's right. I have no waitress, but yes. Hi, Gary. We're doing a work stream if you want to come in and just work. Ray Thulu got his Rooster book today. Still hasn't opened it. I wonder... You know what? Let me go check my porch. Hey, can you go check the front porch and see if we got anything today? If I were a rich man. Boy. Let me see. Oh, man, my ink is all freaking dried out. This is what happens when you're not inking because you're in a hospital somewhere. Not inking. Gary got fully funded today. Awesome, Gary. Congratulations. It's good to hear good news about our friends.
Right on. That is good. That is very good news.
It is wonderful news. Mike, reminder, the last time you had a secret project, some of us knew what it was. Yes, that's why. That's because I was showing the pages. So this time I'm not going to show the pages like at all. So, but I'll tell you, I get to write it and draw it, and basically, I'm in full direction and production of this thing.
So it's like a cookbook?
It's a what?
A cookbook? Just kidding.
Gosh darn it! I told you it was a secret.
Oops.
I was just about to say it's like the merging of my two worlds into one project, and then you figured it out with that. Jeez Louise.
I'm not sure what it is, but it sounds like cryptocurrency.
What?
What?
What? I don't. What? I don't know. What are you? I don't know what you're saying. Shut up, Elliot.
I don't know.
Yeah. Nothing. God's sword. No. This is not. No. I made some new friends.
Maybe you shouldn't mention the secret project.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea, Isaac. Did you hear him?
No.
Maybe just forget about it.
He said maybe you shouldn't mention it.
Everyone's just getting mad at you now. Mike, why don't you just don't say nothing? Gosh.
I'm not good at saying nothing. I don't know if you know this about me.
Well, I was going to say I don't mind poking the bear because eventually I'll find out.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Now you have that song in my head, and I don't know I don't know any of the words except for that. I wish I was a rich man. If I were a rich man, that's all I got in my.
Oh yeah, I totally bum rushed your story about Sabrina the Teenage Rich Man.
Oh no, it's not worth it.
Watching it is not worth it.
The first season was really fascinating. I was intrigued at how, man, it really rides that line on, like, I was surprised how gosh, I'm not even sure how to say it. Like the stuff like that I would never be allowed to watch as a kid.
Right.
It was very the subject matter was very satanic.
Yeah.
So it was treating witchcraft.
They're witches. They're.
Well, I'm saying it was treating it properly. It was interesting to me.
Right.
It's just I was like, did I just hear that? Did I just hear what?
Were they like praising Satan and crap?
My 10-year-old Pentecostal brain went nuts, like blew up. I said, I'm not supposed to be hearing any of this stuff.
Were they praising Satan?
Oh, well, more than that. It was crazy. But then the worst thing happened. The regular writers didn't know what to write anymore. So by the third or fourth season, it was like, what?
Whoa, there's 4 seasons?
It was 4 seasons of that junk, man. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I thought this was like I thought it was just one season, in and out. Uh-oh.
And you hate watch the whole thing. My stars and garters.
Well, I saw I wasn't necessarily offended by it. I just was like surprised. But it was a lot of it is stuff. Actually, a lot of it is stuff that I've studied before, like from like they cover a lot of stuff from the occult that I thought was like, okay, and they really pick up on some things that I think are actually pretty. Oh, as I'm working, I get a revision. This is why it's been challenging for me, this project.
You're going to finish this project tonight?
I thought I was, but I don't know if I will now.
Because it's haunting your dreams. You're like Mozart with that. Did you see Amadeus?
No.
Oh. All my culture is wasted on you. My culture, movies.
That's it. That's all.
That is my culture.
That is your culture, yeah.
The cinema. So Amadeus doesn't want to finish this opera because he thinks it's killing him. So he keeps putting it off, and people are like, just finish it, and he's like, it's done. It's in my head. All of the rest is just scribbling and bibbling and bibbling and scribbling. but he doesn't want to finish it because it's like the story is like of his dad, and his dad totally was disappointed in him, and his dad died, and then it's like, you have to watch it. It's a great movie. I don't really want to explain it.
I just saw guys with wigs, and I was like, I'm done.
It's a great movie, dude.
Is that the movie that has? Is that the Amadeus?
No. What?
Come on and rock me, Amadeus. No, that was part of the soundtrack.
It's a music video.
Oh, my bad.
Come on and rock me,
What did I
Amadeus.
just open up? Oh no, this is the right one. Why did that happen? Oh, for crying out loud!
You too, Elliot.
Document.
Et tu, Eliote.
I guess so.
I haven't talked to you in like a minute.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks, man.
Yeah.
I've been busy, like I said, I've been trying to take care of certain things and then take care of other stuff. A little bit on the book. Go back to some more work because I need some of that cashola.
Yeah.
And then, what are you gonna do? I just being online has been a little bit. I haven't even streamed on Instagram much at all.
Yeah.
And
Just working, right?
Huh?
Just working.
Yeah, just working. I don't. Again, I get a little distracted, like I just did. I was like, "What the hell? What? I'm not even sure what I did here."
It's very easily to get distracted.
Well, it's for the kids.
It's for the kids. It's for the kids.
I'm trying. Let me see here. I think I'm gonna quit Photoshop. I think that's what I'll do. Should I though? Yeah. But anyway, there we go.
Your voice sounds a little hoarse. Have you been sick or shouting at people?
I haven't been sleeping very well. I've been working a lot, so trying to stay up late, trying to work.
Oh,
it's just exhaustive.
Yeah, I am wiped out right now. But I got me some cold water. I was drinking a lot of coffee last night. And then I also have a new physical thing now. I don't know what's going on. I gotta talk I need to see that doctor soon because I got this.
Doctors are overrated.
My stomach is tore up anymore. Crazy. What's that tea?
Gold Peak iced tea, lukewarm. Your stomach is tore up?
I've been getting like heartburn reflux. Last week I thought I was having a heart attack. That's how bad it was, and I was really close to calling the ambulance. And I was like, I don't know. And then I drank. I said, let me just try this, and I don't usually drink regular Coke because of the sugar, so I drank it, and it helped me to belch or whatever, and I felt a little relief. I went, oh man,
that's what I did with my mom when I went over there because she just had her stuff. She'd been cramping. It just sounded like really bad gas, and so I gave her some tonic water, and that did not help. Usually that'll. I mean, if it's just bad gas, it'll help. But no, it's
right.
He's got something serious going on. So
now, every time that's terrible what I'm hearing, man. But now every time I get up, like I'm feeling like overnight, I'm getting a lot of. It at first, what was bothering me is that it was in the middle, and I was like, man, I don't know what's going on here, man. Like if that's not right. Andy was over here when we were in the middle of a meeting, and he's like, "You're right, man." I said, "Man, I don't know, dude. I don't know what's going on." And because it's so unusual, I don't get that under normal circumstances. I mean, I eat spicy food, all kinds of stuff. But then he, of course, while I'm in pain, he reminds me, well, we're getting old, Elliot. I'm like, shut up. But no, man, it just was killing me. And then finally that happens. So, I do feel a bit better. But like I noticed, like coffee, it's definitely got a lot of acid in it. But then I'm not eating a lot of other stuff, and it was just. I was on fire, and then it was a crawling pain. It went from like one part of my chest all the way to the side, and thankfully going to my right side. I was like, as long as it's not the left side, I'll be all right. And I don't want to panic and then get a panic attack. But I was like, what is going on? So I try to go through all the numbers because I'm still paying for an ambulance visit from about 2-3 years ago. Them's are not cheap.
No. It's like, what you want? You charge me $1,400 to go half a mile? It's like I could have crawled there.
Yeah. I mean, those guys helped me out though. I mean, they rescued me in the ambulance, and they deserve it. But I'm just saying, it's just like, ooh, I was not prepared for that. So anyway,
I mean, dude, you know what? Next time, call a limo. Much cheaper.
Yeah, I guess.
and you'll arrive in style.
Yeah. Or let's get an Uber.
An Uber. Do you have emergency Uber? Like, shows up in a Ferrari. Get in.
Oh, yeah, with the food. Why not?
Yeah, right. Dude, we just came up with a new idea, new business idea. Emergency Uber.
No way, man.
Don't call 911.
Yeah. That's the problem. That's why you're paying so much. You're paying for all that stuff. You got all the insurance and liability.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm much better now. I just what?
I'll show you part of what
I don't know what it is, but it's got beautiful rendering.
It's got a beat up dude.
Oh, see, there you go. You can't stop yourself.
I know. I'm bad. They almost mentioned me the other day.
Uber did?
I'm going to stop talking.
Oh.
I'm going to stop talking now.
Okay.
I'm so bad at this.
So I saw someone commented about something about Kiwi Farms. What's that about?
I have no idea, but I'm sure if you go watch the latest Nasser Drama Channel show, he'll read all the stuff on Kiwi Farms because that's what he does now. Little freaking drama merchant. Sorry, I'm so done with that kid. I'm just irritated to no end. So,
is that what it's come to?
Dude, he used to be a good kid that just wanted to, make comics.
It's time to.
And now he's a freaking drama shill because he thinks that's how he's going to build an audience. It's like,
maybe I should practice the occult and reach him where he lives.
I'll get you some of his hair. You can make a.
See, this is exactly what they were warning us about, Mike. That's what they said. Don't watch Harry Potter because then you'll want to become a warlock. I knew it.
Look at that. There, exactly. And then your theme song. If I were a witch man. That's called a callback, people.
Nice.
Yes. Dark Gift, the great fence sitter himself, says, I can't watch his streams anymore because of it. Exactly. I can't. And I gave it a shot today, and I'm just like, ugh. Nope. No mas.
Oh, when will I fulfill? I'll fulfill when I'm done. I'm still working on it, guys. I don't know. That seems like a decent answer. I don't know how else to fix that. But I'm at a point
that is the correct answer, Elliot.
I don't know. There is no other answer.
I know.
Sorry.
You're a hardworking man, and that's a lot of work. And unfortunately, it's not going to pay your mortgage for. No. Look, if you got a page a day done, right? You'd have to take 3.5 months off of paying work, bruh.
No, listen, man, it's all good, man. It's like it. I understand it, and I understand why people would be frustrated.
Yeah.
If I were in their shoes, I might be frustrated like that too. Although on many occasions, I know that I have not been frustrated because I get it. But I'm only operating where I can. I'm trying to do the best I can. So if that's not good enough for some people with weird names. I understand.
I'm pretty sure the best you can do is the best you can do.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I'm really trying to give him my best. So, yeah, what are you gonna do? Doing it for the kids. Doing it for the kids. Let's do it for the boys. What did I do wrong here? I don't know what I did.
Let's do it for my baby. What movie is that from?
Mm-hmm.
Let's hear it for the boys.
I think it was it 48 Hours or something.
Baby.
Eddie Murphy at all? I don't know.
I don't think so.
What is going on
Let's
here?
hear it for the boys.
I did something foolish here. And
Footloose? Was it Footloose? Is that right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Right.
I just want to Well, you know, not for nothing, but that's one of the reasons why I don't like coming online much anymore, because it's difficult. You know, some people speculate on what is my problem. You know what I mean? And they don't know.
Dude, I had for a year and a half, I had an entire movement of people passing lies around about my finances, about why I'm late, about this, about that, lie after lie after lie. So yeah, I get it.
Yeah. It's, you know, but I mean, it's taken a little bit of adjustment to, I mean, at first I used to be really like broken up about it. It bothered me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And you just got to get to a point where you're just saying, you know, maybe I can't make everybody happy, you know? So I'm not going to fake it either. I would like to, you know, I wish I could. That's why now, from now on, I don't touch nothing unless I'm like at least 90% complete of whatever it is. No reason to even look at it, you know? And
I too want to buy the world of Coke.
Yeah, I mean, it really is a matter of fact. And the problem is, I'm not interested in sharing too many of my facts with people. I've always been a little more private than that. And I see what people do when they get a little bit of information. So I'm like, yeah, man, whatever. I'm not trying to make your lives happier for the skunk works.
Yeah.
You know, it'll definitely be a blemish on me to have this thing come out when it comes out, but I'd rather that than the heart attack. How about that?
Yes.
I'm not trying to make that dramatic. Maybe I'm making that too dramatic.
Nah.
I'm just saying
it'll come out when you're done with it. That's all.
Come out.
I trust you.
I have no desire to stiff anybody on this project.
Right. There's no reason you would. It's not like you're a dishonest person or underhanded or any other crap people might freaking make up. You're like, it's like, look, nobody's perfect. Nobody doing something brand new. You know, this didn't come with and look, man, my book was freaking late. I had plenty of issues of my own. There was we all just kind of jumped into this like in a hot minute.
Yeah.
Right. Like, come on, you gotta do it. I'm like, yeah. Let's do it. And we're all jumping in. And it's like, does anybody know how to swim?
Yeah. It all
Can you teach me how to swim? I don't know how to swim. I just have a very large fan base that doesn't care that my book's going to be over a year late. So I'll just destroy everyone else who has late books. Not speaking about anyone in particular. I will point out that person has only delivered one freaking new book in 3 years. So he's not much ahead of you.
It was a lot of interesting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of interesting stuff. Plus, you got a whole culture now. Everyone's armchair quarterbacking from the perspective of like, well, I don't have a job right now. I don't have to work. So all I got is time to talk about other things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, well, that's all right, man. Like I said, that's why I stay away from everybody. I take the Joe Rogan approach. Jump in, jump out. Jump in, jump out. I don't pay attention anymore.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say you're smoking a lot of pot or doing that DMT stuff or something.
I've had my puffs in the past, but I'm not interested in that. I can't even handle coffee anymore.
Over a year late, Mike. Fire. Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's perfectly acceptable for anyone to say, you know what, I won't come back and back anything Elliot does. I totally get that. And again, I get that. I do get it. But I'm not interested in, I don't have to defend myself anymore for that. It's a business decision that happened, and some choices were made that I wish I could change now, but then at the same time, like, really, what benefit would it be to change it at this point? You just gotta keep on hustling, keep on pushing forward, and the hustle does not stop. That's the point we were saying earlier. Like I get it. And some people are like, hey man, I saw you draw a commission. Yeah, because it pays me some money.
Yeah. You know what? I literally just had, the guy I owe 3 commissions to. I just had this conversation with him where he's like, hey, when can I expect the first one? I'm like, funny thing is that I have bills, and so I have to do work that actually pays the bills before I can get the stuff that I owe. So, you're going to get it. Don't worry about that. He's like, yeah, I know, but he's like, but you made all this money on crypto. I'm like, that's investment. I'm like, I wouldn't expect you, if you'd won the bet, to pull money out of your investments to pay me, right? That's that's the point of it, is you don't touch it until you reach a certain, whatever your target level is, or whatever, however you want to do it.
No, that's funny. That little bit of money that I invested, it's nice up there, but I don't have, it's not a lot,
Yeah.
It's just a little over $100 or so. But I'm like, okay, but I'm not supposed to touch that. That's supposed to be there for the rainy time, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just funny. I hear you guys. I hear everybody. I understand. But me understanding does not mean that I can't change my circumstance right now to accommodate that kind of whiplash reaction. That's something we can't be. We have to be thoughtful about how we're going to go forward. That's exactly what got us into this problem in the first place. At least for me. At least for me. So if I had been a little more thoughtful, maybe I wouldn't have made some of the choices I made, and it is what it is. But very interesting, though, that some people feel the need to share information like that, though, because, if I could share some of the information I was getting from that person, if I was that kind of guy, I'm not going to do it. That wouldn't be right.
That's right.
I'll try to be. It's hard to be merciful, but merciful I will attempt to be.
At some point. Okay. Okay. Bye, Eden.
What?
Eden. Mr. Dong says, go ahead, share it. He wants to post it on Kiwi Farms, whatever you say.
Yeah, I don't care.
No, don't say it. Mr. Dongs is the resident. Where are my reading glasses? Dang.
Dragon says the reality is that people wouldn't say a word if Elliot had just disappeared and said he had medical issues.
Well, if Elliot does have medical issues.
I do have medical issues. But you know what's funny, though? The funny thing is, though, is like, that's why I do come on, although I don't want to be on all the time because it can make me less productive.
Yeah.
But I'm on here. I'm not running from nobody. I'm right here.
Yeah. And like someone might say like, oh my gosh, Elliot does drawn and quartered like 3 times. That's like 6 hours a month. And generally the people who would say something like that have no complaints about somebody spending 40, 50 hours a week streaming while not delivering their comic books after extended periods of time.
Right.
So the hypocrisy is just another level of the stupidity.
I'm also going to make a
where
confession.
we find ourselves.
I'm also going to make a confession.
Yes.
I use the restroom also from time to time.
Oh, dude. How dare you?
I know.
How dare you?
I know. What are you going to do?
I don't know if I have it in me to forgive you for that, Elliot. I'll try. For the sake of our friendship.
James Head says, I just wish Elliot showed some more passion drawing D&Q lately. What are you talking about? I'm full of passion. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he cries every week.
Whoa. Not sure.
Look, sometimes it's just not something you're interested in drawing. I get it. Although it's it's my show, so I tend to like pick things that I would rather draw. Hence, no Transformers. I still haven't finished that Gunship Thunder Punch.
That's true. You should probably finish that.
I should, but now I have this job, which is paying me. So, much like the commission, things that aren't paying me kind of get put to the back burner. So that's just sort of the nature of being a freelancer, man. You have a limited amount of time to get your work done. And the bills, they just keep coming.
My bills, am I right?
Yeah.
No,
I just totally blanked out and forgot that I hadn't paid my freaking car payment this month. I'm like, So
yeah, no kidding about that. I got that and mortgage issues. I'm trying to I think I am gonna. There's I thought I had a job for a second there that I was gonna get, and it didn't work out. But talked to another friend. I think I'm gonna take something else, and it's actually gonna be relaxing if I can get into it. Just get out of just doing some customer service work and get out of this whole thing. Just if you see me disappear from social media, then you can start crying and wailing and gnashing your teeth. But I haven't disappeared. I'm just trying to be wise with how I spend my time. That's all.
James Hayes says, I have quit watching so many comics channels, particularly of the Gate variety, and somehow I am happier in life and with the hobby. You know, I've started watching that young Ripa fella a little more. I mean, a little. I never watched him before, but I've probably watched 6 or 7 of his videos.
I like him, but I think he's drinking from the tap.
He's drinking from the fire hose.
Yeah. So I can't. It's like, you know what it is that it's ironic, right? There's all these channels on. It really tells you a lot, though, that it tells you how much comics stuff there really is. People say all the time, oh, there's so many channels of that kind of stuff. I don't think there is, because I can't seem to find someone totally different without the crossover. Like it's not that big. Now, like, I don't ever hear, lately I've been hearing other people reference other people. I'm like, what? Now they're referencing? Because I know what's going on. I smell the soup in the kitchen, you know?
Yeah.
They're starting to
regurgitate each other's vomit.
Or they're trying to build networks, you know, to be fair, more fair to them than I sometimes want to be. And that's nothing wrong with that. It's just really interesting though, how like all of a sudden the names are popping up. And I'm not talking about specific, not the names that some people may be thinking about, but I'm just saying I'm hearing certain dialogue, like the patterns. I'm like, oh, I can't believe that that's part of this show now, or that's part of that conversation now. So I'm like, huh, all right, I see where this is going. I don't like it, but I see where it's going. And so I'm getting back to finding like completely unique things to watch now. Like, I want something like, I don't know, basket weaving.
I just watch a whole hell of a lot of cryptocurrency stuff.
There you go.
Honestly, I most of my time is spent doing that kind of research because it's much more valuable to me, like financially, and of course I'm interested in it. But yeah, just listening to people freaking complain about the same crap 3 years running, it's so beyond tiring.
Well, it's true. I've been listening to people complain about certain things, politics stuff, and I'm getting a little frustrated with that too, because I feel like it's almost like talk radio. Like I stopped listening to talk radio for a while. I haven't listened to talk radio in a long time, actually, since I started listening to like, Lovecraft books on YouTube or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because it just sounded like everyone was just regurgitating the same stuff. And I know it's not fair. It's not fair. It's hard for, if you're a talking head, you're not really a journalist. So you're just trying to talk and comment on what news came out. So everyone's just commenting on the same news from the same source. And
yeah, everyone's yeah.
And this, I understand that. I mean, there is only, unless you're the one actually going and doing the interviews or whatever, but it's getting a little bit hard to listen to someone, especially when they're going like on a 20-minute video. Like, I really just want the basic information from that kind of stuff, unless you're doing something highly educational or that benefits me or is self-enriching. I can't listen to yet another. Like, I listen to Tim Pool. Now, I like Tim Pool's take on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But then I listen to somebody else. I won't name names because you can't now. Because if God forbid I say the name, the community is so insular. Like, I might say something wrong about someone that I normally don't have a problem with. But you got a problem with me? Come at me, bro. Like, really? I don't even know who the hell you are, man. For all I know, for all you know, I'm a cannibal mass murderer. Why would you mess with me like that? It's like when people get angry on the road. Like, you don't know. Every time somebody cuts me off, I try to say things like, well, maybe that person's, maybe that guy's wife is in labor, or I try to.
Maybe he carries a sawed-off shotgun in his.
That could be it, So yeah, man. So when I listen to that stuff, I mean, I like it. I like, I still like to be informed on what's going on. What did I just do here? What is this? I'm creating layers. I'm not even touching my mouse. How'd that happen? I accidentally clicked the type tool. Anyway, I just the other day I was listening to somebody. I was like, okay, I got Tim, and Tim goes on long too. Like he does a good job of his setup. I wish I could. I don't know. I don't have enough interest in all that stuff to critique and to try to do it better. I just don't. I can just tell when it's like, man, I would really love for you to just talk about something altogether different, or just give me a 5 to 7 minute cap on like 10 minutes. I'll take 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But 20 is long. And sometimes some of these guys just say the same things over and over again. Or now a big thing I've noticed from a lot of YouTubers is they don't want to say certain words. So now I have to decode what you're saying.
Well, it's not that they don't want to say it. It's because YouTube will freaking demonetize you for saying certain words. It's ridiculous.
No, I get it. I get it. But I'm saying then don't bring it up, because now I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Oh my gosh, dude, I saw something that freaking wrecked me. That Odyssey got bought by Google.
Oh, that's a bad. Yeah, well.
What in the freaking hell? You know what? Okay, I'll tell you why this upsets me.
It's because money, man. It's because money.
It is money. Why it upsets me particularly. Not because I've uploaded all my stuff to Odyssey. I'll tell you. There was a new video streaming service that launched, and I got I heard a couple different guys that I listened to be like, this is a good one to invest in. And I'm like, we've got Odyssey. Odyssey's already setting up. It's got Tim Pool. It's got blood. It's already building up. I'm like, I don't know if there's enough space in this place for another streaming, video service. So I'm like, I'm going to pass on investing on that particular one. And then library gets sued by the SEC for stupid, ridiculous reasons. And then Odyssey sells to Google. And I'm like, and that other one took off. I'm like,
Ray Thulu says that the Google purchase is a different company named Odyssey. Sounds odd, but look at it.
Is it?
Yeah, I think I heard the same thing.
But it was still the same.
But again, man, I'm notice my face didn't change much. I sure, of course they would. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying.
Edwin, you double check it. I'm working. Get back to me. Because what I saw, it was spelled the same. So unless the person that wrote it was just writing it wrong, then I hope he was, because I like Odyssey and I don't want to not like Odyssey.
Is that recent news or is that actually older?
Yeah, that was just real recent. So I don't know.
So I hope something very similar recently.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope whoever wrote that just spelled it wrong.
But yeah,
am I working? Yes, I'd show you, but I can't because it's just another secret project. Secret. Got a secret.
But yeah, man. Look, man. All I'm saying is, life is too short. I can't take it anymore.
Life is too short.
Days like I had a couple weeks ago where I thought I was having a heart attack makes you evaluate stuff a little differently. You're like,
yeah.
Do I need to be mad all the time about certain things? I need to. The jerkmonger is there for a reason. I've been an ugly person in the past, a very ugly person. I've said some terrible things to people with the bad attitude. I don't like, and it didn't serve me well, But for some people, it's monetizable.
Yeah.
It's cool, man. Whatever. I get it. Just don't bring it to my doorstep. Then
look, man. Yeah.
I can introduce you to. Say hello to my little friend.
It's fun, but it's like the Bible said, all things are lawful, but not all things edify. All right?
Yeah. Pete Max said, get in some quiet time with the good Lord. Yeah, man. That's part of this. That's part of my disposition about these things. It's like, man, you just got to keep it hustle, man. You got to keep that hustle going. I'd rather try to sell product. That's how I see social media now. It's just my whole angle is just to sell product. There's no reason. I refuse to engage people on the BS stuff, that level anymore. There's no winning. No one's listening to each other. There's no real dialogue. Everything I've ever learned in terms of how to be a good communicator is just literally being packed up, put into the trash, and thrown out the window. It's like, all right, no problem. It's a different time.
Welcome to 2021.
It's a different time. I'm a different man. I think, okay, this guy wants me to make this revision to this. It's not a simple revision.
It's not easy.
Well, it's just, I don't know. I can't talk about it. So I would, but I can't.
We have all these secrets from our fans, Elliot.
But don't make any mistakes. I still care about all the same type of information. I still have an opinion. I still have a politic. a political position and stuff. It's just that I'm tired. I'm having a hard enough time paying the bills, much less getting into it with people over stuff I can't control right now.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to, that sounds awfully defeatist. I don't mean to be defeatist about it. It's not that. It's that I'm trying to use my time, like I said, wisely,
Yep.
Like even sketching, like I won't sketch stuff. I don't, every once in a while, if I'm like a little on a, what do you call it? I don't have any downtime. When people say things, hey, when you get some free time, like, I don't know what it means. I have no idea what free time means, but I understand the sentiment, right? So,
Elliot, maybe if you, and don't take this wrong way, maybe if you abandon your family and go move into your mom's basement, you'll have more downtime.
Oh, is that what it takes? That seems simple.
Yeah.
Seems easy.
Yeah.
No, man, I'm telling you, man, it's like, come on, man. I got so much that's going on right now. I can't do everything. It's like, for a while there, I was like, yeah, man, we're going to fight. Remember, Mike, behind some of our private conversations, I'll tell people, you don't have to go to Kiwi Farms for this. You can come right here to Black News Universe. I'd be like, man, I'm ready to go march over here. I'm ready to go fight this over there, fight the power of this, fight. I'm like, dude, you're a fat Puerto Rican guy.
He was talking to himself, not me. Just
talking to me, talking to myself. In a small studio here in Tampa, Florida. What the hell am I going to do from Tampa, Florida? I don't have time for that nonsense. And then
got time for that.
Yeah, man, whatever. I got kids I'm trying to raise. I got my wife I'm trying to support while she's going to school. And so if you got a $5 super chat from F
off. We call him F off. I hate to put it on the screen, but I will just because he paid me $5. My bad. I still plan to buy stuff from you, Mike. No pressure, bro. No pressure. I'm just having a really bad week. Currently staining wood for a wheelchair ramp still, and it's 12:45 a.m. Well, you're doing God's work, F off. Staining a wheelchair ramp. That's a good
noble,
work.
Man. That's
say that good work.
Look at it.
Yeah, man, no stress. Appreciate it. I do appreciate it.
We appreciate you, though. Fuzzy says, you're our fat Puerto Rican guy. Fuzzy knows.
That's right.
He comes over to my my Twitch shows sometime. I haven't done it in a couple of weeks, man. I tried one time.
Mm-hmm.
Part of it is the nature of the work I'm working on. I picked up this project, and
you can't bear it.
Complicated than I thought it would be. And then the other job client that I picked up, I think I had my last conversation with
this other client.
Huh?
I picked up this other client.
I mean, so like right now, talking to you is like sometimes it's just therapeutic, right? That's why I was like, yeah. And then to think that, because some of what I'm trying to do with my social media is produced stuff, right? And I'm like, I think I slept for like 2 hours last night. And I was hopped up on coffee for a lot of it. And, I'm trying, man. I'm wiped out.
Yeah, for $5. Elliot, any updates on Doom Kicker? What else are you doing? Love you, dude. Mike, not so much. Well, thank you, Comics Exposed. He gave the update earlier. Yeah. He's a hardworking man. He's working when he can, but you got look, man, we're family, man, and we got to do what we got to do to keep the lights on before we can do the stuff that doesn't keep the lights on. So he's working on it. I've seen pages.
Yeah, it's going slow, but I get little bursts here and there, and then I can. And
you actually do your updates on, is it on Instagram? Where do you do your updates?
Well, I haven't lately because I have nothing to show right now. I have some minor stuff that I've done, but not enough. I've done a lot of preliminary sketching, a lot of thumbnailing for pages and stuff, but I'm working in whatever I can. That's really kind of, I just read an article about that the other day that I think it was or maybe it was somebody that posted something online that said that like the secret to progress is just to keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is everyone has a specific expectation, and maybe because I gave them that expectation, right? I said, "Oh, I'm going to have this, blah 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 blah," but life happens, man, and you know, it's funny, right, Mike? I was telling you I wasn't interested in talking about this stuff, and here I am spilling the beans, right? But because I, it's again, I'm not mad. I don't like it when people act foolish, but I'm not mad. Because I understand, some people, like you saying, some people are talking like, oh, this person is, some people need that kind of, they think that's what it takes to be bigger, that it takes a very specific, special kind of person to be a smack talker.
Would you say that person has special needs?
I would now, sure. But that's not that person, that type of person is not necessarily good at the controversial stuff. There's only so many people who can do what, Howard Stern does or Rush Limbaugh. It takes a very unique, talented person to do that. And some people are doing it, trying to, I guess. I guess.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I'm sorry to go back to the other topic, but dude, Rush being gone, Savage being gone, those were like the most unique voices in No, he's off the radio. He's only on podcasting now.
No kidding.
Yeah. Cuz Shapiro, and I like Ben Shapiro, but he came in and he took like 2/3 of his radio spots. Like I can't remember the name of the organization they were both part of, but Shapiro's like, all right, I'm gonna go to 3 hours, and that cut into Savage's like 2/3. He was so pissed. Comics Exposed for another $5. Thank you, Comics Exposed. You guys watching Falcon and Winter Soldier? It's such a mixed bag for me. Thoughts on the series? I've seen. Oh, there's a new one out today, right? I haven't seen that one yet.
No, I don't. I could watch it, but I don't. For the same, the reason why I watched Sabrina was because I remember that first season, and it's actually pretty good research for some other ideas that I'm planning. So I'm like, oh, that's kind of interesting. I like to kind of think about that kind of stuff in the background, let it marinate in the back burner. But anything superhero stuff, I've been there, done that. I'm not interested in being disappointed by by Marvel anymore. I every once in a while I'll catch a video that says, oh, such and such, Children of the Atom, blah. I'm like, well, I guess, man. But I said this 2-3 years ago. Whatever you think you remember is gone. Either support indie guys and really get behind them, or you don't. And you're talking about freelance. A lot of my business was a commission work. A lot of my commission work dried up, but I know why. It's because of the virus. And people stopped spending money. There were no more conventions, and that hurt me a lot because that was the bulk of my freelance business. So what I'm trying to do now, and I've just realized that I've been getting I finally got someone to respond to one of my job, this job searches. They're like, yeah, and they didn't want to tell me. They said they didn't want to offend me because I was too qualified. I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
I've always felt like I'm on the learner side of things. So I'm like, yeah, I'm a hard worker. I'll do whatever you need. So now I have to lie, create a new resume and say that I wasn't a creative director and art director. Because I know if I get a creative director job, I can certainly do it, but you will never hear from me again. And all my plans for stuff that I really want to try to do,
yeah,
because once you commit to that type of work, you are definitely in a whole other level. Like when you get paid that much, you don't get paid so you can have a weekend off. When I was a creative director, I didn't have any time off. I was always on call, if you will, or whatever. It's just, it was and Comic Spirit was making fun of me. Elliot's too qualified, confirmed. No, it's not that. Not that I'm so qualified. It's not that. It's that the work that I've done has put me on paper. It looks like I've done. I really just want to just. I'll do anything, but it doesn't happen anymore or whatever. So now,
yeah.
Bye, Elijah.
Bye, Elijah. So now going back to that other thing, that's why it's been hard to get work going again. Like last time when the stimulus happened the first time, a lot of people spent money. I remember I was jokingly saying how a bunch of these people were shopping at Walmart for TVs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This last time, it seems like there's that one, that threshold. Like if it ain't $2,000, it's nothing. So nobody wants to spend any money. I'm like, and I get that too, because I don't have that much money to spend either. And I guess there was a percentage. Like some people think that, oh man, you got this many people following you on Instagram, you must be awesome. Like no, not really. But then every once in a while I get people say, you should draw, I don't know, Jimmy Pun and versus somebody, that'd be great. But I'm like, yeah, I don't draw stuff unless I have a plan for it to make me some money in the future.
Right.
So that's one of the things that's tricky now too about like draw streams. Like I have to be very specific. Like if I'm not doing Valkyries and Angels, or like I said, I was starting to say that earlier. I try to draw something for fun, and I felt bad. I was like, oh, I shouldn't be drawing this. I got to be drawing something else. And so then I'm like, and then my wife and I are in here working together, but we both put on our headphones and we don't talk to each other. So I'm like, oh, this plan's working.
You're there, man. You're there. Comics Exposed for $5 would like to get a commission from me, Elliot.
You can reach me you can find me on Instagram under Elliot Fernandez _art. I'm sure we can work something out.
We can work it out.
But I mean, and then like you said, because now that the need for more work is there, I put stuff on the back burner that I should have done faster. But it's because the people are not. I was watching this guy. It was irking me to no end. This guy it's one of these guys that's done really well on Instagram and on YouTube lately.
Mm.
And it frustrates me because he was criticizing another artist for charging more money for his work. This person is a cartoonist and has done some work for actual animation for like kid stuff. And somebody they know what he draws. Like if one time somebody got mad at me one time.
BH?
Huh?
Is it BH?
What's
His
that?
initials?
No. I don't know nothing. I don't even remember the person's name. It was a person at a convention. They got mad because I do like my headshots. I'll do for like at a convention, $50 to $70, depending on the character, blah blah blah. And this guy got mad because he said, I just want a headshot, but I want a headshot of Xena. Well, that's just a brunette. So he got mad because other people were sharing their commissions from that same convention. And they're like, oh man, he did a good job with this. He did a good job with that. And then he complained about me because I was supposed to draw Xena and it doesn't look much like her. I'm like, it's just a female. It's just a female with dark hair.
It's Lucy Lawless, Elliot.
I'm just saying, it's not a character with like a mask or a collar. I mean, if you were expecting me to draw the whole armor, you're an idiot.
Yeah,
you dummy. That's not what. That's not that price is for. Is pick. I don't know. That's actually what started my relationship with Andy. Andy was like, "Why would you even?" And from there, we became interesting partners for that. But But yeah, like if you're gonna get a commission, man, pick a good one. Pick something that makes sense. And that's easy to work out.
There's nothing worse than giving someone, and this only happened a few times in my career, but when you get a commission from someone and you give them exactly what they asked for, and they don't like it.
Oh yeah.
Like, you see my artwork, right? You know what my art looks like. You told me exactly what you wanted. I drew, as I do, exactly what you wanted, and you're not happy with it.
Yeah.
No, you cannot have your money back, and you can go now. You're not going to make me waste my time doing the job I was told to do. Sorry. Sometimes the customer is just a jackass.
Sometimes the customers are crazy, but sometimes the artists are crazy.
True.
This artist was crazy, so he was criticizing the other artists, and I'm thinking the whole time, like, man, that's kind of dirty, man. You're criticizing him, so you make yourself look awesome.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be like a Indiegogo creator, like criticizing another Indiegogo creator to make themselves look better? F off Google's for $5 says, read, don't put my name on screen. Also, Elliot, Mike, I hope you two take some solace in the fact that some of us feel super lucky to see you guys work. I do. Thank you so much, F off.
Yeah,
I do appreciate it. Super, super appreciate it. And I'm done with page number 1 of the. See what I did there? It's the back of the page. So I'll grab my. I've been charging my iPad so that I can finish the page 2-3 double page spread that I was working on at the hospital.
Oh goodness gracious! Let's see. But don't listen, man. I'm not saying, look, we're all in this together. You guys like art. I like drawing certain things. But here's the thing. Anyway, this guy was complaining. The guy was complaining about the other artist because he charges too much. And I thought that's interesting that you can only charge what the market demands. That's called capitalism. So I might say that my work is worth, I could say I can draw a face and I should charge you $1 million. That doesn't mean I'm going to make $1 million.
I can't afford that, Elliot.
You can't afford it. I understand. But the problem is, like, there are people who will spend a lot of money on art, and then from this guy they did. And so what it does is it drives up the market. It's just like stocks. It's like everything else. It's just the normal.
Is it like Bitcoin?
Huh?
Is it like Bitcoin?
Could be. So for people to get frustrated about the cost of the price of art, if you want that to change, you guys as collectors have to decide not to buy it anymore.
Yeah.
But the reason why you guys want it is because it's exactly what drives up the cost of the demand for the supply.
You know what drove up the price of my commissions?
What's that?
I don't want to do commissions.
That's true.
I cut down the supply, therefore increasing the demand on what little I do. So,
but this guy was criticizing the other artists. Maybe the reason why he was charging so much was because he didn't want to do that kind of stuff. But maybe he's in a position like a lot of artists are, especially after a bunch of artists that just got laid off from certain jobs, and comics are rough, and animations, rough, and gaming. I wonder. Remember how gaming used to be like the big deal, but with all this, all I hear in the industry news is that some of these companies are losing so much money, and so I wonder if it's as good as anymore anyway. But anyway, long story short.
Too late.
Yeah, no, but it's content, man. It's content, Mike. We're bringing up issues like any other channel would.
It's true.
It's
true.
It's a live stream about industry business. But I'm saying this, if you don't like the art, don't buy it. But if somebody buys it, you can't just say, "Oh, it's not worth it," because it was clearly worth it to somebody.
That's right.
So
look, man, I would never, ever, ever pay $50 for a Jackson Pollock. Right? It's worth it to somebody. They're spending millions of dollars on something that looks like you just freaking squirted it out of a thing. But To each his own. That's art. It's
Yeah,
the beauty is in the eye of the beholder, or the idiot who will pay $50 million for a Jackson Pollock, whatever, you know.
But then some people, again, I don't know. I just think it's cool. I think it's cool. What I get out of this, well, I need money to pay bills. That's the only reason why I hustle the way I do. If I can get that job, I will definitely not be doing commissions for a long time. I'll be focusing on the comic. So that way I can just do that job and work on the comic. That's why I'm trying to get a nice gig that can pay well enough, but that doesn't require a hefty commitment.
Yeah.
Building I'm trying to build my business. If I go work for somebody else, I'll just be working to build their business. And it always puts us in a bad spot. But Matt C says, Elliot, will you ever make another comic after Doom Kicker? Probably not.
Yes, he will.
This will be the last one.
I'll talk to you about that later.
Well, I'm not saying I won't do some sequential art, but it won't be. What I have planned is going to be awesome. It's going to be exactly what my audience really likes. You know, people like on Instagram that do want to pay. You know, I think I don't know. We're living in
Elliot doesn't know what I have planned.
Oh, Mike has plans for me, so
I have plans for my Elliot.
Whatever God and Mike say.
That's correct.
My plan.
In that order.
Yeah. Nah, man, you know, like my wife, she's not that crazy. I mean, she always has been super supportive, but she sees how it stresses me out. You know, not getting the book done is definitely sooner than later is definitely wearing on me personally.
It's weird. It's almost as if you actually want to get it done, Elliot.
It's like I actually care, right?
I know, right? Weird.
But some people want to paint it like I don't. But
right.
If I didn't, I wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would somebody come on to a live stream if they were afraid of? You got to be really. What's the term? Like, no, like it's one of those
masochistic.
I guess so, but it's like is it psychopathic? Is that the right?
Sociopathic.
Sociopathic. Like you have to really be like, put yourself in a weird position to be beat up for that. I'm not that guy. Trust me. But Pencil for Life, what's going on, dog? Elliot, there is always a fine line when you're working for someone else and trying to get your projects done. The struggle is real, my friend. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Listen, before I ever did a comic project, my first project was an indie book, and then I got a project that took me forever to complete also because I was also an art director at the time. So go figure. And then I finally got the work at DC, and it didn't turn into the work I thought I was going to get. Like I thought, man, if I could just get that first job and I'll get in there. And I've done more work around the industry than I did in the industry. I did stuff for Marvel on their style guide stuff for the marketing department. I ended up doing art storyboarding, which I never thought I'd do. I'm glad I did. I mean, I'm super grateful for all the opportunities I've had in my life, in my career. But but it's been challenging because, as they say, freelance is feast or famine.
Yep.
And this has been a long.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's been a long drought this last year and a half or so. It's been difficult. So yeah, man, it's been it's all good, you know. It's all good to have the feelings you have about things that cannot change my mission. I am very focused on what I got to do, and I'm always tinkering with what I'm like a better plan, but it's all to the goal is to get all these things completed. So doing it for the kids, baby, doing it for the kids.
I believe in you, Elliot.
I do too. The only thing stopping me, only thing that can stop me now is something physical. But I fully expect to have things squared away. But I think I'm not in the family situation or where I can say, oh, I'm going to knock out 10 pages in a day. Like, no, man, I'm not that guy. I'm not in that position. I have too many responsibilities. I used to be a young man. I'm almost 50.
Do that anyways.
Huh?
So ain't nobody can do that anyways.
Some people try. And then doesn't always look that great. But whatever. So yeah, this isn't like I'm not looking for pity. I don't need anyone's pity. That's not the point. I'm giving you guys reasons.
I'm fresh out anyways.
You guys can do with it what you will. It's just where I'm at. So
Matt Costin, why don't you come in here, dude? We's chilling.
Right on. Oh, I gotta print out that print from Jordan Quarter. I gotta send it out.
You gotta.
They reached out to me.
Print that print.
But I haven't had a chance to scan anything. I haven't done anything like that. I just been on my computer, like all digital all the time. Mark Anthony's trying to get it under my skin. No. Elliot? Who names their kid Elliot?
Elliot? You gonna name the kid Elliot? I'd play it, but I'm working. This is a work stream, Mark Anthony. Stop trying to distract us.
Yeah. So I need to put this package design. I need to add something here. But the package is already so dark. And whatever I add is going to make it hard to see. They said that this looks plain. I'm like, no, it doesn't. It looks like a scene from The Thing. It doesn't. Why are you doing this to me?
Wait, that's not the job I gave you, is it?
Huh?
That's not the job I gave you, is it?
Oh, yeah.
Still?
Yeah. Some of it was. Well, I had the other job.
So glad I gave that to you.
Oh, but you know what? It's a good gig. It's a good gig. It's just, what's also heartbreaking is that it's a one-time gig,
Oh. So well, I mean, they're kind of a startup, right?
Yeah, but again,
you're like, it's a one-time gig. I don't want to do this again.
No. Actually, I wouldn't mind doing it. So this is how freelance works, right? So if you're always balancing your time with how much money you make for the particular project or not. Sometimes you try to take projects on that will hopefully get you bigger and better jobs later. That's something that a lot of people don't realize. Like, it's not just about the one gig, right?
Yeah.
So one of the things I talked a lot about early on when I talked a lot about, Doom Kicker and why I was really shooting for more money in the campaign than I got and why that was important was because it would be that one-time gig. And after that, the amount of time it would take me to do that, I was going to lose a bunch of clients. So it's not always convenient to work on, like you said, just because some things are lawful doesn't mean things are right, and that, yeah, you could do a book, but you really need to count all the costs of everything, including, once I'm done with this, I get it. And that's why a lot of people work so hard when they're younger to get into the industry so that they have they ride their own wave into the rest of the work. But we also have a time when a lot of that work dried up. So a lot of people, and I was, again, I never thought I'd ever work on a comic this way, but here I am. So the problem is that I can't just be like, oh, great, I'm making some money. Yay. I'm making money, but I'm also thinking, where's the rest of it going to come from? Because it's a fun little project, but there's so much more that I need to take care of. There's more that I need. Like, this only pays for some of the bills, not all the bills.
Mm-hmm.
So, and again, that's because a lot of people that have criticized that, and I get it, if I didn't know that kind of stuff, and I didn't when I first became a freelancer, we had heard these things, and people would come back from the war front. Friends of mine that would come back to the job I used to work at, they're like, man, I would wonder, like, why would you want to come back here? Because at that time, I didn't appreciate my job. And they would come back, man, it's hard out there. I'm like, what do you mean, man? It sounds like you were out in the trenches. What are you talking about? But it really does feel like that because you're trying to manage what you can get versus what you're actually getting. and hoping that this project may not pay that well, but it might open up doors for other projects. And then you find out that it doesn't. I mean, that's exactly what happened. One of the things that triggered me to leave my day job was that DC job I had. And I never got work from them again. So it blew all my plans. Like, oh man. Something that I would definitely encourage other artists to think about when they're coming into this space, to think about, hey man, there's more to consider than just, oh, I gotta, I get paid. Like I don't get paid like I used to. I used to get paid a nice salary for being a slave to a particular company. Once you say things like, I want to work for myself, there's a lot of sacrifice that goes into that. And so now the project I took on maybe doesn't pay very well, but there's that other potential dividends you'll get later. But now you're stuck, because if it doesn't pay what it can, or if it doesn't open up to better opportunities, there you go, Friday Night Bullpen. What will happen is that you'll end up putting all this time into a project when you could have been working on another project that would have made you the regular money. But that's why in a bigger corporation, you need the talent from the artists and the creatives, and you also need the strength of the marketing and sales team. And that's why you don't notice it. A lot of artists come out of your corporate work thinking, oh man, it's so squared. It's so, it's going to be so awesome. I get to be my own boss. But one of the things that can be challenging or stressful is, what if I can't, like in the middle of a job, I'm thinking, this is all nice and all, but where will the rest of it come from? So when I tell people about potential new projects, when you want to try something different, definitely make sure that you're taking into consideration a buffer. Because remember, a freelancer is, if I turn down work for 2 months or 3 months, those clients don't come back. They go find other freelancers that will do the job. So what?
Max.
Who?
Max. My kitty.
Where? Oh, right there in the background. Is he like a unicorn or something? So you see what I'm saying? Like it wasn't that simple. So taking on a project and then trying to do that said project, and then trying to keep it humming, it's a lot more. It's not the same as like, oh, I got a paycheck today, and I got, after work and on the weekends I can work on this. That's what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to recover that, but still allow myself some room to do more stuff. Because again, that's what I'm afraid of. I know once I take on a job that's going to pay me well,
Isaac, hand it to me.
It's gonna be real rough. Anyway, that's my 2 cents, y'all. I hope that's
your 10 cents. Your 2 cents is free.
Hope it gave you some insight for those of you who are trying to create stuff, and be thoughtful, do some good planning, and have fun when you can.
Yes, and welcome Matt Carson and Kevin Shaw.
Yeah.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, fellas. Glad to be here.
Hey, Kevin.
I'm going to go plug this in.
And Michael.
Hey, Carson.
What's up,
What's up, Elliot?
You guys hear me over here soapboxing again?
A little bit. I came in through part of it.
It's a familiar testimony that
Man, I'm starting to feel bad because Carson's set up the camera and everything starting to look better than mine, and I'm like, I'm falling behind here.
He can't be better than yours. He's got the Hitcher on his table. What's wrong with him?
Oh yeah.
And Rapid
some of the
Fire,
movies I want to watch.
Brandon Lee.
Yeah, Brandon Lee.
Yeah, Brandon, we just watched this today. Rapid Fire. That's a great one. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
that's awesome. Powers Booth.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't get smart, kid. Yeah, Powers Booth greatness.
So, Matt.
Yes, Elliot.
Someone says Cousins ready to go dirt bike. I gotta ask you: are you afraid of people discerning your? I
have very distinguishing marks on my hands. Maybe some dried blood in my fingernails that I cannot allow to.
So even your hands have a mask.
My fingers and hands have masks. They are registered trade weapons in some states, and they might be recognizable. I think they have wanted posters with my hands on some.
I can't take it.
My prison tattoo might show up too, and I don't want.
That's true. That's true.
Fair
I have one of my tics is chewing on my nails, and every time I do a video, people like it never fails. Dude, do you eat your hands? What's wrong with you?
Did you see Elijah Wood's hand?
Having said something like that to you before.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Elijah Wood's hand?
Did you see it on the Lord of the Rings? They show close up his hand, his fingers holding the ring, and I thought, did they use like stand-in double for the hand so it looks like real stubby and gnarly? And I'm like, no, that's his real fingers. And I found out he chews his fingernails up down to the nubs.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh.
It's called anxiety, bro.
Oh,
I don't wear it on my face as much.
Don't you like hate fingernail stories of someone bending their fingernail? Didn't that gross you out?
Well, I had a friend in high school. Well, I would say it was like middle school. He was I was in the marching band, and he was the band captain and the captain of my baritone horn group. And he used to play, he would chew his fingernails too, and his look, I always thought those look gross. Ugh. And now I look at my hands, I just like to call them battle damaged. It makes my hands more collectible.
Yeah.
So where's Kevin? Kevin, you got battle damaged hands too? Kevin's like, I'm out.
Oh yeah, sorry. I got a little bit of a coughing fit, so I muted myself. Oh no, I don't have the battle damage hands.
You don't? You have male model hands?
Well, I don't know. I'm starting to get, middle-aged man hands. These big wrinkles in my knuckles, that's where it starts.
Dude, do you have like the wrinkles on the inside where you have like the striations?
Yeah.
And you're like, that used to be smooth.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm like, where did this come from? What the?
You mean your stretch marks on your fingers?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm way too fat.
It's rad.
Rad, baby. Got the soundtrack.
So fun.
My favorites, Breaking the Ice, as well as the Thunder in Your Heart.
Gosh. Constant, you're clearly 47 years old. I don't know why you're trying to pretend. You're in your late 40s. I know it. Nobody has that much reference to my childhood.
You have to check. You have to start looking at Instagram. They got these. It's a movement of like millennials who are into 80s, and they totally just dress like the photographs they take. They look like it's from the 80s. The hair, the clothes, like everything down to a T. It's like it's not just the generic.
Are any of them brave enough to give themselves a mullet?
Oh yeah, they got mullets. They got the They got the giant teased hair the war girls wear, hairspray. It looks legit. I thought some of the photos.
Any of them flock of seagulls?
I
wouldn't doubt it.
Kevin,
it's got to be in Europe.
Kevin, check the chat. Mr. John Malin sent you a message there for you to read.
Yeah, so I just saw it. I'm answering it right now.
Okay.
Thank you, though. Appreciate it, Elliot.
Yes, sir. Hey, I used to wear a mullet, but I'm curious if we can reverse it. Can I get a mullet on the front so I can try to act up here?
I had a mullet at the beat last year, 2020.
You had a mullet, dude?
Yeah, I grew it to a mullet. I was going for a ponytail, and then my girlfriend was like, "Don't
do that."
No,
I did it. I shaved the sides, so I was like shave size with a mullet in the back. It was awesome. Now I'm talking about it makes me want to do it again.
Business in the front, party in the back, baby.
Exactly.
No.
I've thought about dyeing my beard.
I will kick you out of the DNQ room.
Hey, I think people would like it. Add some flavor, right?
I think you should do it, man.
I don't think my.
I watched a video recently from a music video from Wham. That's
actually, you know what, Matt? If if Becky would commit to doing the 80s hairspray do for your wedding, grow a mullet and have an 80s wedding.
Oh, that would be so awesome.
That would be hilarious.
With the big poofy shoulder pad, like wedding dress.
That's hard. Only if you play that movie. What's that movie? The stupid movie, the comedy.
The Wedding Singer?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty in Pink?
No, I love technology.
Oh,
I can't remember the name.
Dynamite.
Yeah, play that in the background. That was a love song to the 80s.
A fuzzy creature for $2 says, for Dr. Peterson, can we get a lobster hero DNQ? A lobster hero DNQ.
Lobster hero.
Lobster. So,
did you not hear what I said earlier? Who's going to buy a lobster?
Yeah, that's part of the thing is like DNQ, man. We want to do stuff that's going to sell either directly or through Friday night auctions or Saturday night auctions, whatever the hell I do now. We don't want it just to be us having a good time. We want to redeem the time. Right.
Yes, sir.
Because it's, some of us don't have spare time.
There is Lobster Johnson, but he's not that popular.
There's who's the lobster from SpongeBob?
Now I gotta find where I put my pin.
Hey! Dark Gift says Hunting Alice is fully funded and as of tonight has a backlight wall tapestries. If you're a Scotsman, then I'm the Prince of Wales. Go check it out at that link. Please do check out Dark Gift's Hunting Alice Indie Go. Thank you very much. Redeeming my time.
Is this a chant? It's like a mantra.
Feet DNQ. Now, see, that would at least grow the channel.
You went in the wrong direction.
With a particular demographic. That would be.
Yeah, it would.
It would.
You know what? If it brought in the money, I couldn't do it still. I couldn't do it. I'd have gloves on my feet. I guess they call them socks in the U.S., right?
Yeah. The U.S. Well, that's the problem is none of you guys could do it.
I couldn't draw like.
Is this supposed to be a challenge?
Like the Miller time.
That's
right. His feet.
You're right, Mike. I won't do it.
No. You can't do it. Did you see what John Malin tried to draw with his feet?
He wasn't as dexterous, I don't think, right?
No.
All right, Mike, I'm going to get out of here. I'm getting sleepy.
All right, my brother, man.
Not Elliot.
Hope you have a productive day getting that stuff done.
Yeah, I appreciate it. You guys have a great night.
You too,
Good seeing you, Elliot.
For tagging
up, E-Man.
I love you guys.
Love you too, brother.
Much love to you, brother.
And people in the chat, I love you as far as I know you. That sounds cruel. All right, I love you guys.
Good night, Elliot.
Pete Mack says, foot-drawn art is the way forward. This is the way. Mandalorian foot art.
Sometimes the way
DNQ.
forward is the way back.
I'm 47 now, so I have to settle for chin, ear, and nose mullets. Ugh.
Chin, ear, and nose mullet.
Well, John Malin didn't respond to my rejoinder, so I guess he just popped in to poach Kevin.
Poach Kevin, huh? He's a headhunter?
Trying to poach Kevin.
Well, hey, I could use a little work. I'm on the side, pay a little extra bill.
Oh, dude, I have no problem.
Yeah.
You don't work for me. It was a joke.
Yeah.
I know, but I've got something cool that I'm drawing for you, though.
Oh, yeah?
That's right. I got to get back on it where I got sick, and got sidetracked, but I'm ecstatic. I want people to be able to see it when I get it all together.
Yeah.
Because
Took me a second to remember what you were talking about. But
yeah, dude, I'm happy about that. I'm really glad that you asked me.
Do it now.
Yeah.
Dennis says, I'm here to poach. Malin got wasted on 2 shots of bourbon yesterday. I watched a little bit of the Jack Show last night. Popped in for a minute. Got a little degenerate, so I'm like, okay, bye-bye. Imagine that.
So it was out of the ordinary.
Yeah. It's quite out of the ordinary. Whoa, is that a real phone?
Yeah, that
Sorry.
sounded like
That's my landline.
No way.
My agent
Do you really have a landline?
and an agent. I guess the landline was more surprising than an agent.
Yeah.
Although, Costin, you may not want to put your computer screen on your screen. Just saying.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You might accidentally dox yourself, not meaning to.
Look at my phone. How do I get rid of this stupid thing? Oops. Delete. Ugh! This is so freaking annoying.
What you doing?
Like, when I have a video or something, it's like, it used to be I just drag it down and it just leaves my, right, it ends. But now it's like you have to actually, I just realized you have to target it towards this little targety thing. All right, let me grab a link-a-doo. Let me drop.
I'm going to step away from my table just for a sec. I'll be right back.
You do that. So, Matt, what you up to? What you working on?
Hello?
Matthew Carlson.
Oh, sorry. Here, wait a second. I'm online.
Oh, darn it. Edwin's not on Facebook either. Oh, I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. New shared files. Compose. Edwin Boyette. I'm sending you the link, Edwin. Linky. All right. Costin has 3 hands. Okay, I just send it, Mike. What? Bitcoin at 60,700? Is it really? Bybit.com. To be honest with you guys, almost all my Bitcoin is gone. I put it into altcoins. So instead of getting this, what should be, ooh, it is over 60,000. What is that? Where were we at? What were we at? It's over 60 right now. Again, look at that pump. So we went from 58 to 61, and now we're back down at 60.09. What is that percentage-wise? I don't have my trading view on. Trading view. Wow, Bitcoin. Okay, get the charts out, Mike. I'm getting the charts out. I want to see what this pump was. So trading view. Why is my trading view? Trading view, dang it. Trading view. BTC USD. So that is a 5% pump. Not bad. I sent it to your email. Those of you who had 40 minutes till Bitcoin talk, collect your winnings. Hey, someone else brought it up. Look, we had to have this breakout eventually. I mean, bloody hell. It's been forever. All right, let's go to the 4 hour, see what we're moving on. We got that coming up. On the 1 hour, it's good break up. It's probably going to come down in a minute here.
So you got rid of mostly all your Bitcoin?
Yeah, I've got a little bit left over on my trading account, but I moved all of it either into Ethereum or into smaller altcoins. And I'll tell you what, dude, I've got a couple of altcoins that actually they're my largest holdings right now. That have done, one has done 200%.
Wow.
And the other has done 300% in the last 2 weeks. So I appreciate the 5% bump for Bitcoin, but
yeah,
really not upset by not having it in there. Yeah, I'll show you. Hold on a second.
I would. Oh man,
I'm not going to show you my account, but I'm going to show you what I'm into in case you want to get into it. No, it's the ones I've been posting in the group.
I'm just jealous about it because I just didn't have the extra cash to get as much as I wanted, and we've got some, but it's not a lot. It's a very modest, meager.
Oh
attempt.
my! My portfolio went up a bit. So yeah, here I turned off my portfolio balances, but if you want to see, there's Edwin.
Aloha.
Oh, Edwin has jumped in. Hey, Edwin.
I've sprinkled it into a bunch of different altcoins, but yeah, these two, Unlock and Ubix, are my largest holdings. Look at this. 7 days. No, I'm sorry, not 2 weeks. Last 7 days. 196.7%. Ubix, 298.1%. That's a return.
Yes.
So, yeah. Oh, look, Bitcoin, 4.4% today. Whee!
So Sprinkle Coin is the one to invest in. That's what you're saying.
Oh. No.
I maintain my Doge.
No.
Oh, you could probably sell it to Matt Weldon for a tiny profit.
That's true. That's true.
He's been lusting for some Doge.
I'm just kidding. I think we've got let's see, Ethereum and
Ethereum's up today as much as
Stellar Lumens.
See, the problem is all you have is well, it's not a problem. Those are good tokens. They're just not going to have the kind of movement if you get into a very small cap project that's actually got legs, like Unlock Ubix, dude. I got into Ubix day one at $259, and it is not Ubix, Unlock, and it's $1,773 in 2 weeks.
Well, she's got legs, but does she know how to use them?
She knows how to use them, bro. Doge is sticking around a nickel.
I'm trying to think of what we use for that. Do we use? I'm trying to think if we use Robinhood or do we use?
Robinhood to get the Doge.
Oh, okay.
But I got a free stock out of it. It's actually on the
Not the Doge.
Oh, okay.
Not the Doge.
So we do own a little bit of the Doge.
Oh, right. Well, he's a good boy. He's a good boy, Kevin. That's all right.
I bought like $2 worth because I thought it was hilarious.
Yes, we thought it was funny.
Ah, shoot. Hold on. That's my brother. I got to get an update on my mom.
Nice telephone there. Very nice.
It's a very logical reason behind my purchase.
Matt Cusson is joining us straight from 1982. Actually, I'm old enough to remember rotary telephone.
I'm just trying to pretty up my
that came out well too. It came out well. Well, that's what I said. I was like a little at first when everybody was saying Fire Emblem. I'm like, what is this? But all the character designs were so great. It's like, okay, I could see that working.
Yeah, they're really elaborate character designs, and I didn't think I was going to be able to finish anything, but I ended up finishing the most of the entire piece. I'm just adding little odds and ends and cleaning up things, but I managed to wrap this one up during the show.
Very nice. What the R2D2 for life says, when is the drone and quartered crypto launching? Need some loan coin.
Yes.
I don't reckon we can call it black coin. They might lynch Mike for that, but Mike could get away with loan coin. Loan coin ho.
Oh, there you go. Yay.
Pete Mack said Edwin had a pager even before Doogie Howser. Absolutely. You better believe it. When I was young, my father ran a radio station, and so he had a car phone, and the car phone looked like the phone that Constant held up earlier, except I think it was blue. And was it rotary? His car phone may have been rotary. Anyway, it was so expensive to call from that, but I forget what I did. I thought I was clever when I was 6, but I went into the car and made a call from the car phone, and I got skin up for that because my little prank, I think, cost $20, like back in 1977, which was it 77? No, it would have been 79.
Yeah, exactly.
$20 for a 2-minute phone call.
All right, so back to Ubix. Yes, Ubix is still under a penny. It's just point. It's 0.0039 cents. It's up 20% today.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And now, how is that doing compared to Weetabix?
To what?
It's a cracker. It's a cracker.
Terrible.
Well, so am I.
I'll tell you what, though, man.
I'm also a cracker.
When Ubix hits a dime, I'm gonna be a very happy man.
Awesome.
Actually, when it hits a penny, I'm gonna be pretty stoked.
I wonder if it's on Robinhood. I might be able to buy some.
No, it's only on KuCoin, and that's the thing about some of these micro cap things is they're only on 1, maybe 2 exchanges, right? And so when they start getting more popular and they start getting listed on more exchanges, the more exchanges they're on, the more liquidity they have, and the more money the higher their value is. So, like this Unlocked Protocol one that I was sharing with you before that I got into 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That's actually a Coinbase Ventures backed project. So the chances are really high it's going to eventually end up on Coinbase. So getting into it like the day it came out, that could be the best investment I've ever made in my life.
All right, now I do have to say one thing. Mike Miller has been very good. If you had followed Mike Miller and jumped into the various currencies when he had recommended or suggested it might be a good time to jump in, on almost all of them, you would have quadrupled, or even got a 10x gain if you had jumped in at the point. So you have been very consistent with that.
I'm actually over 10x on my Ubix. And I don't know, I'm like 5x on Unlocked Protocol in 2 weeks again. This is
and what
the
is
beauty of small caps. the going from basically the value that Ether had 2 years ago to very nearly the value of Ether today in the span of 2 weeks.
Wow.
Right? I put some money in that, and I'm very happy I did. And I'm going to ride that until it is on Coinbase.
Yep.
And then I'll cash them out.
Ride that pony, huh?
I'm going to ride that pony, baby.
So what is it on?
Saddles waited.
What'd you ask, Kevin?
The exchange, what is it on?
It is on Uniswap. Uniswap, which you have to get a MetaMask wallet. It is a process, something you have to learn. But once you have a MetaMask wallet, dude, it's easy to get on a lot of these exchanges. So
my estimator, our 76-year-old estimator, is all in on crypto now. We're using it to send money to our churches that are in in countries where it's very hard to send money to.
Yes, very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, you can, and the amount of money it costs to send the money is negligible.
Yes.
Right. I sent my niece $2,000 of Litecoin one time, and it was literally 14 cents to send it to her.
Does ETH have a relatively high transaction cost? Is that the one with the?
I don't think. Well, yeah, Ether is the transaction cost is I mean relatively high.
Yeah,
it's high for
relatively.
cryptocurrency. It's cheap for like the standard market. But yeah, I mean, buying some of these cryptos, like, I might pay 30, 40, sometimes $50 just to get into them because it's on Ether right now, and Ether is so congested because of how popular it's gotten.
I mean, that is another way for people who want to speculate on coins is arbitrage. The relative values between different coins, because not all coins move exactly the same. Yeah.
Exactly. So if you go to like CoinGecko or something, here, let me find something that's on multiple platforms. Let's just do Ether. Let's do Ethereum. So if you go here, markets. If you go to,
I would
do. You go to like CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap or something. You can go. All of these are different markets, right? Binance, Bitfinex, Uniswap, FTX, and you'll see the prices are slightly different. Mm-hmm. Well, you might go to, and it wouldn't be worth it with Ether again because of the price differential or the GUI cost, the cost of doing the transaction. But on some of these other platforms like Binance, if you're using Binance to swap tokens, it's practically free. But you can see that one might be, $2,138, and then this other one is $2,166. Well, if there was no cost to transfer, you could swap one for the other, and you could make that $30, which it's not. If you're doing it on a large scale, I guess it's worth it. But
swap it, flip it, rub it down.
Oh no! Oh no!
Mike would do anything for a coin, but he won't do that.
Devil Sunburn, yes, this is live, and he says, "I hate computer money." Then, sir, you hate all money.
Actually, the dollar probably within the next couple of years, if not sooner, a lot of countries will probably move to digital versions.
Yes.
And so a dollar won't be generic. It will be a very specific dollar, which can be tracked from cradle to grave through the system, which going to be tough on the drug dealers. I guess the drug dealers are going to have to do all their business in silver or Montero.
Yeah, they're going to go back to shaven gold.
Yeah.
It's internet money, not computer money. That's fair enough. That is fair enough. It is the future, though. So get used to it.
Never.
If you need some investment advice, just let me know.
Who, me?
John Malin. He's in there.
Oh, okay.
Constantly bemoaning.
So yeah, if you guys when y'all were kind of teasing Mike because Bitcoin, I don't know, was bouncing back between that narrow band between like 6,000 and 9,000. If right at that point y'all had taken 20,000 and put it into Bitcoin, you'd have $200,000 now.
Yeah,
but you can probably make the case that Tease and Mike is worth at least $200,000.
That's not even an argument. Of course it is.
You know what? I think we need to really talk about the real investment
Okay.
opportunities that people always seem to like just gloss over. And we've
Okay.
seen it in demand, but we still haven't taken heed. Toilet paper.
Yes.
The market on toilet paper. I don't know how, but I want to try to invest in that because no matter what comes, toilet paper will always be there.
You invest in the toilet paper company.
Yeah.
Or hear me out here. You start Wipecoin.
Wipecoin.
Wipecoin. And what you do though is you're going to vault a fraction of toilet paper, right? And so say if you've got, 100,000 wipe coins floating around, you should have at least 1,000 or maybe 10,000 rolls of toilet paper vaulted in a depository so that people can redeem their wipe coin on demand for toilet paper. So it's now a fungible and a vital and necessary commodity, particularly in these troubled times.
This is true. This is the future. I saw it on Demolition Man.
I'm telling you, the seashells are not. They're just a technology that's way beyond. anything.
Now, which is the one they did the sex with?
Oh,
was
it was
the one?
like it was put some type of electrodes they put on their head, like an internet headset.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't the seashells. They were.
No.
I guess you wouldn't want to mix those up, yeah.
Yeah, that's getting a little too close for comfort too.
Yeah.
I'm alive, R2D2 for life. I'm still here. My hands are just. I'm using my mental electrodes. I connected to my computer, so I'm doing everything through my mind. Right now, my hands can rest easy.
I'm doing everything through your mind too.
Nice. Ray Thulu says just wrap a rag around a belt sander. Very pragmatic, man.
Ooh. You know what? I think if you get those smart Japanese toilets, you don't really.
Dude, I want one. I want one.
You just need to sell some of your Bitcoin, Mike, and you could get one. Maybe one.
Does it have a? Can you be cybernetically interfaced with your Japanese super toilet? Is that?
You could do live streams from there.
See, Mike probably would, and that would.
Some good thinking, Matt. That's
next live stream.
That's putting your mind to work.
Yeah.
See,
So
that
now,
would reach your audience.
now we've got webcams and we've got surround sound. We need the olfactory enhancement, the fragrance emitter.
Oh
Yeah, that's
man.
gonna be the next step in the virtual reality experience.
Yes.
It's like, oh,
I'm just gonna keep going back to Bitcoin because I have this freaking chart open now.
don't share the screen.
I'm not sharing it.
You can share the secrets, but not the screen.
Secret. I've got a secret.
Mhm.
But dude, just think of this. It took 10 years for Bitcoin, for cryptocurrency, to get to a $1 trillion market cap. It took 90 days to get to a $2 trillion market cap.
Now, what's going to happen to the price of Bitcoin when China invades Taiwan?
Oh,
We will probably find out.
well, let's see.
Because Russia's got 100,000 troops on the border of Ukraine, and China's talking real big. And in 2021, the United States cannot fight a two-theater war. We can't do it.
Especially when
Yeah.
I'm up in an office.
Can't we just nuke everybody? Be done with it?
Oh, well, nuclear winter would take care of the global warming.
There you go. See? 2 birds, 1 stone.
And I'm thinking, even though we have,
one nuke.
I'm thinking, even though we have Pearl Harbor here, everybody secretly covets Hawaii. So I think we'll make it. So yes, we can.
Yes, we can. You ever make it out to the Big Island?
I lived there for 3 years.
I mean, like, do you ever make it out there now?
Oh yeah. Not here recently. If I go here recently, just because of the inter-island flight controls, it would be for work. It wouldn't be for pleasure. And when tourism died here, they sent all the rental cars back to the mainland. So,
oh no, really?
Rental cars here now are like big bucks.
No.
Yeah, big bucks. There's not enough. Yeah.
Yeah. So my niece, I told you, my niece is moving out there. She's moving to Kona.
Oh, very good. I've got plenty of friends in Kona.
Nice. So because she is moving out there, I am definitely going to have to find some time to take a trip out to the magical land in the middle of the sea.
Absolutely. Dennis Prug says, Edwin, I disagree. The current admin will fight with China and Russia, so two-front war is possible. Oh yeah, a two-front war is possible. Is just no longer winnable for the United States.
We could win one of them.
Not non-nuclear.
Well, come on. Like I said, 2 birds, 1 nuke.
R2D2 for life says, Edwin, got your vac pass. I am. My goal is to hold off on the vaccine until it's either that or a FEMA camp. I'm taking plenty of vitamin D, doing my exercise, being extra healthy. If I were to get it, I would probably feel not good for a couple days and then go on with life. I'm just not in the highly vulnerable population.
Are they big on masks over in Hawaii, I assume?
Mandatory in all public places.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, it's funny. You're on an island, giant open sea on every side, breeze. Yeah, California is the same.
Pete Max says, "Get the Gurkhas in; they can kick anyone's ass." One of the pastors of one of our churches is a former Gurkha. Yeah, he's pretty handy with a knife.
What is Gurkha?
Gurkha are soldiers from Kathmandu.
I've heard of it.
They two classes of Gurkhas. So it's either there's two. All right, so there's two type of people that you consider Gurkhas. You could consider just regional troops in Nepal, like mountain climbing stock, or Nepali that went to fight for the crown or the Commonwealth, and they were notoriously tough and have won some crazy battles.
So are they kind of like Hucks? You heard of the Hucks?
What are the Hucks?
From the Philippines. One of my friend's grandfather was a Huck, and they chewed this stuff called Huck root, and I gotta think it's somewhere along the lines of PCP.
Oh,
because it basically made them invulnerable, until they bled out. So and probably a little psychotic. So they were like, berserkers, Filipino berserkers, basically.
Yeah, I don't think they're using any drugs. It's just if you've ever seen the topography of Nepal, all the mountains and such, right? When you think of Sherpas, that's Nepali, right? And so they've just got phenomenal endurance, and they're phenomenally tough people.
I don't know. I kind of want to get some Huck root.
You plan on getting in some knife fights? Hang on a second. Let me get some chews in on this Huck root, and then I'm gonna kick your Rudy poo.
Notes. He's like, Huck root. Where can I Googling it?
You see a SWAT team launching beanbag munitions at Miller's beanbag. It'll be on the news. Keep it classy, San Diego.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's catch up with chat. There was a lot of enthusiasm for a Western D&Q, by the way.
Yeah, I'd like to get to that sometime.
Oh,
Although,
go ahead.
if I'm going to tell you right now, if what I'm working on right now, my secret project, gets announced, I'm gonna want to jump that one onto whatever that latest D&Q is, because that'd be really cool.
Cool. And then what were the other two? Someone was asking for Final Fantasy. Mark Anthony was asking for a Final Fantasy drawn and quartered.
Yeah, didn't we just do that? He's
If we did, it's been way over a year, man. It's been way over
No,
a
didn't
year.
we just do?
No.
What was that
No.
we just did?
We did a fighting game. And then I suggested a Lord of the Rings.
We did Lord of the Rings.
Again. Do it again.
We
Do it
just
again.
did Lord of the Rings a few months ago.
Do it again.
No.
Do it again.
Stop that.
I'm staying out of that one.
Okay, Mark Anthony's saying it was Final Fantasy VII. See, it's Final Fantasy though.
Don't it make
You
it
gotta do
brown
specific.
eyed?
It's like we do X-Men, and we're not like, hey, you have to do X-Men something.
Some and a some.
Something. X-Men something.
We'll do Final Fantasy, and then Mark can give like requests.
I'm sure we can squeeze
Yeah.
in a Dune this year when the movie comes out. That would be timely.
Yes.
So I bought Shadow of the Conqueror and started reading through that. So I think I'm going to squeeze one in this weekend. Read a chapter or two.
My last secret project.
Yeah. Pete Mack says a Redwall drawn and quartered. That would be awesome. We should probably wait for the show on that too, though.
So I'm not going to tell you what I'm drawing, but I'm going to tell you what I'm drawing. This guy is he's getting shot at, so he grabs a gun in one hand and he reaches underneath. He grabs the guy's tie and he throws him into his face first in the ground. So it's like it's just fun. It's fun.
Are you drawing John Wick?
No. I'm not going to say what I'm drawing. It's a secret project. Always trying to get me to say what my secret project is.
It sounds like John Wick.
Mark Anthony says, I tried. Back to crypto.
And then Calliope at Night. Okay, yeah, I did not forget. Calliope at Night says the unicorn drawn and quartered.
The unicorn is a beautiful thing. Ubix is up at 0.004 now. I'm telling you, people. Ubix.
If I can find some place to get it, I will get it.
Ubix is on KuCoin.
Actually, you know the
KuCoin. How do you spell that?
KuCoin.
Oh, okay. All right.
Redwall announced well in advance would actually be well. I was kind of listening earlier where you were talking about one of the points of drawn and quarter is to be able to convert stuff. The people that love Redwall love Redwall.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
What's Redwall?
Redwall is a series by Brian Jakes. There's about 20 books from it. It is essentially like an Arthurian and medieval fantasy, but all the characters are animals, primarily small animals.
Oh, really?
Rabbits, mice. Yeah, it's great. I've been reading it on my channel. People.
So it's like Watership Down, but fantasy.
Yeah, and more. Much more.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that now. Yeah.
Yeah. And so Netflix is adapting it into an animated film or series. So that would be the time to do it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be wise with your timing.
But the people that like Redwall, I mean, Mike, they love Redwall. Anything that gets drawn probably could get auctioned or sold, or yeah. And Erotimus Flash is going to come in for some of my readings and start doing some sketches when we get to link up. So I'm gonna have some art being produced during my story time.
Awesome.
Very nice. Very nice. Like I said, Ubix on KuCoin. I'm not a
Cool.
financial advisor, but if I was, you should listen to me.
Now, but don't get cubics on Ucoin. That's not a good buy.
That's right. That's right. Don't get them confused. Very easily confused.
Oh, okay.
Well, I wasn't confused before now. Thanks, Edwin. All I can think of is, now, how do I spell that again?
Yeah, but if you're wondering what Redwall is, I've been reading it all, and it's great because Redwall. Imagine Game of Thrones with no profanity, a more educated vocabulary, all of the brutality, perhaps even more brutality than Game of Thrones, with mice, rats, shrews, rabbits, badgers, otters, and foxes.
Lions, tigers, and bears?
Nope, no tigers, no bears. Nothing bigger than a badger. And so this is Redwall.
It's bread box.
More brutal than Game of Thrones, but without the incest or the sodomy or the profanity, and made for kids.
Whoa.
It's great.
That's in the. So it's going to be animated. It's actual animals to use weapons and everything too.
Yeah. Swords and stuff. In fact, that's the very first book. Is the main character goes on the quest for their world's version of Excalibur, essentially.
It's like Monty Python and the Holy Grail, but with rabbits. Oh wait, Monty Python and the Holy Grail has rabbit.
Yeah. So
I am Bannock, the most cruel, foul rodent you'll ever see.
A higher body count than Game of Thrones until they get to until she flies the dragon into the city, of course. But yeah.
All right.
That show ended a while ago, didn't it? The Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Yeah, everybody's dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah, everybody's dead or married to their cousin. They just the genetic defects from all the inbreeding just all collapsed.
That's basically it. Just like in real life.
There's a way.
Where there's a way, there's a way. We don't want to go to war today.
No.
Is it Mike? Is it in San Diego? Do you notice that too? That like everybody wears masks outside now.
I mean, not everybody, but too many people for my liking.
Like in my area, I've never seen anybody without a mask.
Okay, I want to point out that I've been spending the last 3 days at the hospital, and there are a ton of like nurses and security and other people who are not wearing real masks. They're wearing cloth masks.
Mm.
Not soon enough.
In the hospital.
In a hospital.
So this
I'm like, you can't even follow CDC guidelines in a hospital. You are kidding.
You see
me.
the drawing I'm sharing?
Yeah. That's Elrod.
That is Winters. It's Martin the Warrior. Elrod drew that. Yeah, so it's got a great, and that's pretty accurate drawing.
Very good, very good.
Nice, yeah. Yeah, Mistletoe, how do you virtue signal outside without wearing a mask? It's true. I mean, but here's the thing is, this is how, if you want to stand out, or at least, like I said, I'm telling you, everywhere I go, if I see somebody without a mask, it's very rare. And if I do, we usually give each other a head nod. Like, we're like, yeah. Because I'm like, I'm not wearing no mask. Hey, you go up to the outdoor mall out here, the Fashion Valley.
Yeah.
Everybody's wearing masks everywhere. I purposely now, I got called on once by having it under my nose in Barnes & Noble bookstore. And that got under my skin, but I was like, I'm not going to say anything because I'm not going to get into it. I got my family here, and so I'm like, but the lady was like, she was walking by. She was like 20 feet away, and she's like, "Oh, you doing? Find everything okay? Need help?" And then I knew it's because she just wanted to get look at it, right? So I had the mask under my nose. And she goes, I go, "No, I'm fine, thank you." And then she goes, "Could you hold your mask above your nose, please?" And I just like didn't say anything. I just looked at her and I just slowly flipped it up. And then she goes, "Thanks." She goes, "Don't you hate it when your mask like droops like at the end of the day and falls down?"
Oh, trying to be nice.
Yeah, and I was just like, I was gonna say something again. And I was just like, nope, not gonna say anything because I was just gonna like, no, I don't know how that feels. I never wear.
Yes, I hate my mask.
Yeah. I don't wear a mask all day long. Thankfully, I'm at home and I don't have to wear it.
Yeah, you know what? That's their job.
No, it's they.
No, it is. I mean, a lot of these corporations, companies are forcing this on their employees. So
I can tell if there's like a crowded place or if, you know, but really they do it because they love it. They love being able to tell people. Not everyone.
I was in Costco without my mask on, walking, and this guy had his mask like down around his neck, and like he heard me walking up behind him, and so he starts pulling up his mask. I'm like, "Bro, you don't got to do that for me." He's like, "Yeah, man."
I know. See, that's why I wear I like the gaiters because I could just like flop it down. I purposely though, because they have security at the doors to check people. I purposely don't wear it all the way up until like the first few steps inside, and then they're about to say something. There you go.
That's the only mask I wear. I've actually thought I've got like a couple dozen of them. I thought about taking another one, and you know I wear my mask. Whatever. These are comfortable. They're like a terry cloth material.
So in other words, completely useless.
I should take a second one though and like walk around like with a cod piece and just
Dude, so that's so funny. I was thinking that exact same thing. Not for me, but like, you know, what if somebody walked into a store like butt naked except for with the mask on? They're like, "I've got my mask on."
Yes.
Yeah, I think I showed you that video where that guy said that. They said it's staged video. It's still good. It's like where he walks in and the guy goes,
"Oh, staged, dude. It's not good. It's staged.
You got to have your mask on." You have to have your mask on. And he goes, "The sign says." And he goes, "No, it's sign. You can't come in without a mask. I have my mask in my hand." See, that's what they don't have those signs out here. They have pictures showing you how to wear it above your nose because they know people like me exist.
Yes.
You know what's funny is sometimes I'll just go and I'll walk into a store with my mask in my hand, and you know, almost always, "Do you have your mask?" And I'll just be like, "Okay." It's like, it's not on my face. I'm like, I got it.
Yes.
My dad walks in without it and doesn't even. He's seriously not doing it to protest. He just doesn't even think about it. He just walks.
Just
in
forgets about it because it's such nonsense.
Yeah, he doesn't even think about it. He's just like, "What? Oh, yeah."
I wear 2 masks, one for your safety, one for your pleasure.
What? Hey, now.
I was like, what?
That wasn't disturbing at all.
Because I'm proud to be an American, where at least we used to be free.
You know, what was that one person? I shared a meme because I thought it was pretty good. He said it was actually not a meme; it was a Twitter post. But he said that he said something about I'm not refusing of, or I said I'm not refusing the vaccine. I said I choose not to take it. There's no such thing as refusing. You know, it means that it's like there's no choice. I'm not taking it. I don't want to take it. And but yeah, I don't know. There's terminologies. It was pretty good. He said something about
yeah. Now you're a denier, right?
Yeah, I think, "Oh, you're a denier, brother. Are you a denier?" And I'm like, "No, I'm a believer, brother. I believe. I'm gluing on all the way." No, but yeah, it's funny because I got used to wearing the masks in the stores, and then now I've reached the point where all of a sudden again I'm starting to be rekindled where I'm just irritated by it because I think I'm irritated because people are so used to it. That's why I'm irritated by it. I'm like, what are we used to this? I even said out loud, I go, "This is retarded. What happened to people in the future?" I go, "We lived thousands of years without masks, and now all of a sudden we have to wear masks because of germs." viruses all of a sudden suddenly existed in 2020. We never had them until then, and they go, yes, but this is a super virus.
Yes. This virus turns the flu into COVID.
Whoa. See, that's how I felt when I walk into the stores.
Oh, I have to take, when I walk in the house, I have to take my mask off immediately. My little dog hates, I mean, just, but only the hate of a 9-pound Chihuahua can hate, right?
That's an American Chihuahua. It's a burglar.
I love when they go all snarly and growly and like they act like they're going to take your hand off with just a single, bite or whatever, and then you hold them and then they shut up. Like the Chihuahuas are funny like that. We had a one time that would you just hold your hand up near his face and he would snarl at you. So it was just funny. They'd get this really angry devil look to their faces.
If I could have a superpower, it would be to psychokinetically control like a pack of 10,000 Chihuahuas. Imagine me roaming across the land with, because with my pack of 10,000 Chihuahuas laying waste to civilization.
9 pounds of hate, says Comics.
Yes.
My body, my choice. Except. Yeah. I made that post on Twitter that the left. I have the right to murder babies because of my right to the constitutional right to privacy.
I think
also the left. You have to tell me if you've been vaccinated.
I think it should be mandatory that all fetuses should be masked upon entering a Planned Parenthood.
They should be armored.
Yes, a very specific Beastmaster though, only Chihuahuas, but 10,000 of them. Oh my God, it'd be like a Hitchcock movie, but worse.
Yes.
Oh, this is what it says. The guy, he said, people who don't want the vaccine aren't refusing it. You don't say a person is refusing to take antidepressants or refusing to get married. You can decline without refusing. You decide what's best for you. Refuse is a manipulative term loaded with unfair moral pressure. I thought that was like, yeah. I mean, they're using these terminologies. That's what reminds me of like Mike's Twitter decor now is that ingsoc, right? On your Twitter. Yeah, that's what reminds me of all these new terms to try to use. Yep,
newspeak.
But there's an easy test. There's an easy test. Right. So the next time you're in Tijuana, find your gnarliest looking burrito stand. Right.
I thought you were going to say prostitute.
Why?
And
Tijuana, man.
Oh, after preferably some gringo has stuffed about half a dozen burritos down their neck. Right. Say, hey, can you rip one? I just want to see how effective my mask is.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't know. I shouldn't, like, I remember Elliot was talking about, not getting into it with people online, which I've controlled.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's no problem.
But on Twitter, Instagram, all that, I stay away from. I've once in a while I've actually made comments and I was always like, I wish I did do it. But on Facebook, it's a different story. I kind of let it rip because it's just mostly friends, and I don't get in arguments with them. It's just I go on some friends' pages and argue with their friends, who end up blocking me or something, or blocking. No, usually it's pretty good. I'll just get back and forth, and it's rarely really, really bad. Rarely.
Well, I was listening to you guys, to you and Elliot talking earlier, and my rule with like YouTube now and the very little social media that I have remaining, anything I do online has to either be joyful, fun, educational, or worshipful. But I have to be absolutely just love it, or I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
Right. I like drawn and quartered. I like hanging out with you guys, doing a low hour and such. I like reading scripture, reading philosophy, and reading stories. The rest of it can suck it.
Indeed. And it does.
Yeah.
And it does.
I sometimes find too much pleasure in going on and just make commenting. It's like, you know,
I don't know. I mean, look, when it's like new and, you know,
yeah.
I get it. I mean, I even get the whole outrage culture thing when it's new and like you're suddenly mad about something and then you discover a group of people who are also irritated by that same problem. It's just I run out of steam on that stuff real quick.
Oh yeah.
And then just going back to these channels, which, you know, I like the people involved. I'm not you know, bagging on them or anything. It's just I don't want to listen to this crap for 3 years.
No.
You know?
Yeah, and almost none of it translates into any actual change, right? It's just really people being performative, arguing with other people who are being performative, and people who haven't oriented to it, the audience who hasn't oriented to it, you know, they feel like they're doing something vital and important. But then if you stop,
I don't even know if that's true. I think sometimes they're just looking for they're you know what, when you make that your job, it's like you have to be outraged about something. Like this stupid Melissa McCartney movie coming out. It looks kind of funny.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, it looks stupid, it looks silly, it looks funny.
But they're mocking themselves in the movie.
And yeah, it doesn't take itself seriously at all. But I see people like hating on it for what? Not being Captain America or something? I don't even know what hate is. But they have to have the hate to drive people to watch. You know, nobody wants to hear somebody come on and just be like, wow, this looks really good. I hope everybody enjoys it. It's like, what? Oh, you must hate. I come here to hate. It's like...
No, that's funny. Is like on the Facebook, like I said, I only make comments because my profile is private, so only friends can view it. So, but I still have people go to my profile trying to get mad at me and try to find out something about me. Like they're digging on there, and it's kind of funny in a way, but also creepy. I'm like, they go to my page and try to find something on there. I guess it's a reflex because you want to know what this person's about, but. I go on there, and sometimes when I argue, I don't see the name of the person I'm arguing. I just see just like the I look at the avatar. So I got arguments with people. I just finally read the name, and I'm like, J. Scott Campbell. Oh wait, I know who that guy is. And then I go, oh, this is all these different names, and I'm like, oh wait. And then Mike's like, oh no, you got an argument with that guy, man. And I'm like, I gotta change my last name. And I'm like, no, it's funny, like.
I am changing my last name.
And then it's funny though, because it's like I don't read the name sometimes. I hear this thing that I say, and I'm just like, oh. And so like I usually comment something that's kind of like it's kind of like I try to be lighthearted and funny and kind of poke fun at what they're saying because they take it so seriously. Like one guy was trying to insult me by calling me lady, and so I said, did you just assume my gender? And then it cracks me up as it shuts them up, even though I meant it to be funny. They're like, okay, now I'm like it's like a chess game. Like if I move my rook to this square, I'm gonna get. You know, they're like, what should I say? They just usually bow out because they're like, I know my side, and my side will tear me apart if I say something wrong. So it's like, I just do it for fun, but you get them at their own workplace. So it's like, to me, it's kind of fun, I guess. But I try not to spend too much time on it because it's addictive.
Yeah. Now the one movie, the Melissa McCarthy movie, I wouldn't go to a theater to see it, but I'd watch it. I'd watch it over dinner with my wife. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely.
Thunder Force.
I mean, she's funny, man.
Yeah.
Melissa McCartney's funny. I don't even know what her politics are, and I don't really care. She's freaking funny.
No, yeah. She played. What was that one movie? She played like a Girl Scout troop leader or some type of organization for girls. And, I just seen the trailer of it, made me laugh because the way her response and stuff. I was like, man, she is funny.
And that's the thing. There's not a lot of. I mean, totally sexist here, but a lot of girl comedians just are not funny.
Oh no,
You know, that's what I said too. I said the same thing, Mike. I try not to say it too loud, but I said that to my brother. We talk about things, and I said usually they're the most raunchy comedians because they think they have to be raunchy to be funny. But I'm like, the ones that are really funny aren't. They're just like they just observational humor is like on point.
And she is, so I'm perfectly happy supporting her. So
who's the one blonde, the blonde woman?
Kristen Wiig.
No, she's a comedian, allegedly.
Kristen Wiig's funny. She's funny too.
No, this woman always does like sex stuff and talks about her stuff.
Schumer?
Yes.
Yeah, she's just a pig. She's a swine person.
And I get it. It's like shock value stuff, but it's just not. You know, if she was doing it in the 80s, maybe that would have been something, because then it would have been kind of like, it still would have been vulgar, but it would have been daring. It would have been something different, right? Pushing the boundaries. But like in already in the 2000s, pretty much all those boundaries of taste or anything had already been kind of.
Yeah, we're done here.
Yeah. No, sometimes you run across comedians that are actually funny, and you're like, this humor is like really good, because it's like you can actually show people in your family without feeling, oh, I'm sorry, I made you watch that. But it's like, no, it's like this one lady was talking about babies and about how she didn't care about having kids until she all of a sudden hit this age where she sees babies, and she's like, she sees this little fat baby leg hanging off the stroller, kind of kicking, swaying. And she's like, I just want to bite the leg, just take that leg and bite the little cute, chubby baby leg. And this is, I was like, walk up to the mom. The mom's like, you want to bite it? She's like, you want to bite that leg? And then she said, but since I'm single and all I have is a dog, my dog sees me come in. I got that look on my face, and it's like, oh no. And it's like, time for me to dress it up like a baby. Get away from me.
But even that, you get, we're also conditioned to focus on the things we dislike. And I've kind of made myself up like a reading list now, and I'm working through a lot of, I'm doing a couple things. I'm memorizing a piece of scripture. I'm memorizing the Gospel of John slowly. I'm memorizing a philosophical text. I'm teaching myself Greek. And I've got like a backlog of about 150 books that I'm working through. Some old classics, and then some newer stuff too. And so I've got all this positive stuff I can focus on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And none of this stuff can ever be retconned, right? I mean, somebody could make a different version of it, but the originals exist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so you've got, unless you just have a very small scope, if you're incurious and you just like, but I just want my Spider-Man, I just want Peter Parker to be shooting the webbers and beating Green Goblin, and I just want my Spider-Man to be the same for, I get it, if that's all you got. But there's all this stuff. There's all this stuff out there that's good, that has value, and that should take up most of your time. Like the amount of time that you spend disliking something and focusing on disliking should probably be less than 1% of your time. Am I wrong, Mike?
No, you're not. I think that's, for the issues I have with what happened to it, I think that was the motivating impetus of Comicsgate, right? Was doing something about that, not just focusing on bitching about it for another 3 years, but sitting down and producing some stuff. And some people took that to heart and really did, and more power to them and to everybody else who was motivated by that motivation. Because doing your own thing, man, that is, instead of worrying about what everybody else is doing and how they're not doing it the way you want it done, doing it yourself and then having people appreciate your efforts, that's there's no reward like that,
Yeah.
I love
There's
that.
cool stuff like Lone Star. I'm looking forward to as I'm reading more of Shadow of the Conqueror. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the art that Matt Cosson generates. I am probably not the target audience for a Nerf mod intergalactic war, but whatever book Cosson makes, I'm going to back because I love the dude's art. Same thing with Dragon Guard. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
That was Mike. That was the thing that was most important to me about the Comicsgate stuff, was that new beautiful things would be made.
Right.
And that so existing people could have a venue to make new beautiful things and to tell stories of adventure and heroism and tragedy, and that maybe some new people would get a chance to try. Maybe they wouldn't succeed, but to get out there and jump out and say, hey, let me make something for you. And then those people would eventually mature into the next generation of interesting artists in the medium.
And for me, a huge part of that is trying to, like what I'm doing right now with this next secret project.
The Not John Wick?
The Not John Wick is to reach out to new audiences and try to bring people into this hobby. I think that's vital to having a comic book industry of any kind in the next decade, is we gotta get new people reading comics. Holy cow, that was a loud motorcycle.
Wow, it sounded like an ultralight flying over your house.
Right?
Jeff Potts says, is Cosson eating Cheerios? I think he's
pizza in a bowl.
Pizza. What kind of savage are you, sir? Eating pizza in a bowl? What is this? I feel like this is some sort of that's beyond cultural appropriation. That's cultural abomination. Pizza in a bowl.
that is Matt lives with his brother, and neither of them ever do the dishes.
Okay. Is it two bachelors?
Yeah, we're bachelors, and it's pizza in a bowl. We do everything in a bowl. It's easier and quicker. You just throw it in a bowl and you're good to go.
You didn't do the dishes, did you, Matt?
Yeah. I did the bowl dish.
The bowl dish.
I guess if you have a stale slice left, you can just leave it in the bowl that you're going to make your ramen in. Have some.
You've never had like
pizza enhanced ramen.
Oh yeah.
Pizza bowl.
Eating pizza with chopsticks. Beautiful.
Pizza and kimchi.
Pete Mack says Matt Cosson eats scrambled eggs out of a shoe with a comb. Yes, indeed. I've seen it. I will sign an affidavit attesting to this.
See, he said that because he's been there. He knows how it is.
What page is that, Kevin? How many you got left?
Let me see. I've got to ink. This is going to be. I've got either 12 or 11 pages left.
No, closing in. So
yeah,
when did the final page count wind up being?
70 pages.
Oh, that's a lot of pages. I think 48 is a good number of pages. 48.
Yeah.
Wait, how many pages?
70.
Yeah, that's very
Why are you doing that?
Why are you doing that?
Because I couldn't fit the story that I wanted to tell into the 48 pages. And so I made part of it a stretch goal. Some of the extra pages a stretch goal. And there we go. That's why.
The story begins with a bowl of black tar heroin.
Exactly. That's the revelation. None of this is actually happening in the book. It's all the fever dream of somebody on.
That's a twist, right? That's an
Well, I meant the
twist.
story behind the 70 plus.
Oh,
page
gotcha.
Yeah.
No.
Woo.
We don't do those things.
All right, everybody say hello to Josh Graydon. He says, yo, Mike, yo, Edwin, yo, other assorted peoples. It's been so long since I caught you guys live.
What's up, Josh? How you doing, bro?
Gosh.
Well, I'm glad you're here, man.
What time is it? 11:36.
See, Pete Mack knows. He said he eats the pizza right off the cardboard base box.
Yeah, that's legit. That's legit.
Perfectly normal behavior.
That is legit.
But a bowl is not.
That is
Nope.
correct.
No,
What?
That's aberrant behavior.
This is
You're a
etiquette
freak,
I've never
cousin.
learned.
Yeah.
I guess being a bachelor, you do things out of the, you just out, you don't conform. I could say.
Maybe it's just something about that Matt name.
I do like
Very
peanut butter.
freaky.
Very strange.
I have a strange desire for peanut butter products like ice cream, cereal.
Matthews are strange when you're a stranger.
Oh yes, Alpha Proto. You got to cut this pizza with the scissors. How do you know I did that? I keep it in the fridge, and I keep my gun cleaner in an egg carton, also top shelf.
Nice.
Josh says he needs his Patriot Super Soldier comics. Well, I aim to please.
Get him done.
I got some for you.
Get him
I'm
done.
lettering it. Well, right now I'm doing this other project, so and I got time because my colorist hasn't turned in much. But yeah, I'll get back to lettering it when I'm done with this, and then man, I had some knucklehead because I said I was lettering it myself. They're like, "Oh, you don't have the money to pay a letterer?"
Mike's letters are good.
Well, and then that's what they
Yeah.
did with it, too. And that's
You
what-
ink it.
It's not just that. I change stuff while I'm lettering it. So it's
Your touch-up colors are great too. I don't know that you should necessarily color anything primarily yourself.
my what colors?
Your touch-up colors, like when you go back in
Oh.
and put in highlights and balance
Edit,
stuff.
man.
Yeah, you've got a great editor's eye. It's just I don't think you'll ever be a colorist, Mike.
No, I will not.
Eats the Sunday. I ate my Sunday dinner out of an egg cup. How did you know this? No, you know what? In Korea, they call Sundays are actually like things like rice and fish and stuff like in a bowl. They call it a sundae. And for some reason, it just grosses me out because the word Sunday means chocolate, fudge, vanilla ice cream, nuts, and berries.
Sunday, bloody Sunday. Whatever happened to you two? Are they dead? Are they?
No, they just put out a whole lot of crappy albums since then.
Yeah,
They even did one on Apple that they gave away because it was so bad.
I remember that. People were pissed because they had this YouTube song or YouTube album on YouTube album on their iPhones.
Yeah.
I didn't want this.
a fuzzy creature is trying to ferret out some more details, and he's willing to pay for it. For $2, a fuzzy creature says, "How many pages in the new secret work?" Other details.
I can tell you, I'm writing it. They did have a initial script, and I'm like, yeah, why don't I take a swing at it? And they love the script, so I
Mike,
wrote it.
are you
and it
making
is-
a propaganda comic book for the glorious leader of the Republic of North Korea?
No. But it is now currently 22 pages from the completed script. I may or may not change that a bit. It's kind of up to me. So 22 right now. And I don't think-
R2D2 for Life asked if it was if you're doing a comic for Gina Carano.
No. No, I'm not doing it. Gina Carano comic. I need a different.
Hey Gina, I'm open. Call me.
If you like Gina Carano.
Mhm.
And he writes songs for her, but not comics.
I mean, I would do a Gina Carano comic if it was.
Oh, we know you jump on it like fast. I know I would do one too. I'd about to do some covers for that.
Well, here's the thing with the project that I'm working on. I would like. There are bigger plans afoot than just this comic, and so I'm hoping that this can translate into something I can get some of my people some work on. So
Nice.
hoping. There's no guarantees here.
It's already sounding awesome.
Yeah, I might maybe tell you guys after.
These boots were made for walking. That's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
Are you ready, boots?
Is that who sings that one? Is that
Sinatra.
That's what I thought. Yeah, Sinatra's daughter.
Nancy.
Yeah. That's her very nearly one-hit wonder song.
Yes, the only one who could ever move me was the son of a preacher man.
Was the son of a preacher man. That's from the Reservoir Dogs soundtrack.
Is it? Did that get used on the Reservoir?
No Gina, no comic. Was the son of a...
I think it was in Pulp Fiction too.
Was it?
Yeah, I believe so.
So am I getting those confused?
I don't know, but I mean,
I'd look it up, but I don't really care.
Was it recycled?
Tarantino reuses a lot of stuff anyway, music anyway.
Calliope at Night says robot commission will make Mike super calm. Yes, if we do an auction tomorrow night, I will auction off a Mike Miller robot original.
And we're done with Edwin.
Starting at $50, you can get the gender swapped. Starting at $50, you can get the gender swapped GoBot of your choice.
Robots
by
have
Mike
no
Miller.
genders.
Gender swapped. Yeah.
I
What would
don't know.
do robots have pronouns?
Transformers robots have genders.
It is a pronoun.
If they got nuts and bolts, I figure they got a gender or something.
Some have nuts and some have bolts. No. Was it the RC is a female Autobot, right? I think it's RC.
She's shaped as a female.
Is she hot? Is she a hot robot?
She has female shapes.
Smoking. She is smoking.
Check out her upholstery.
The paint job, the body work.
You people, something seriously wrong with you people.
Was that Wayne's World where he talked about Bugs Bunny dressed like a woman?
Oh, I vaguely remember that.
Yeah. Did you ever find Bugs Bunny attractive when he dressed like a lady? He's like, no. He's like, yeah, me neither.
Autobots, roll out.
Yes, she was.
No, what's funny is I remember I was at my grandma's, and one of my distant cousins, I don't know, his second cousin or third cousin, but he was only like 6 years old, and we were watching TV, and he says, I have a girlfriend, and he whispered to me, and I go, oh, you do? And he's like, yeah, and then he shuts the door, and he looks around, and he's like, her name's Daphne, and I go, oh yeah? He goes, she's on Scooby-Doo, and I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, that's your girlfriend, huh? I go, good, nice choice. I'm not gonna lie to you though. I think she's two-timing you with Freddie. Broke his little heart that night.
Aw. Not big on Velma, huh?
Poor Velma. Velma's good.
There is some fairly degenerate Velma cosplay that gets.
I found that out by accident when I was looking for Drawn Quarter.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh,
Yeah, I was like, what the heck? Even Velma, even Scooby Doo.
yeah.
They paint everything.
Oh no. Oh, that's
Yeah,
not
I don't even want to know that.
With the Allspark gone, we cannot return to life on our planet. And fate has yielded its reward. A new world to go home.
Did you know the guy who did the voice of Optimus Prime did the
Mhm.
voice of Predator, the sounds?
Oh yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. His little.
Yeah, that's what he does. That's what he did.
Yeah.
That's it. He said he called the. He said he came up with the sound when he saw the footage. He said he thought of a crab. He saw a crab dying on the beach upside down, and it sounded like bubbling and crackling sounds, like making that sound. So he called the mandible. So he made that sound, and the producer was ticked because he's like, I can't hear anything he's doing. And so they come up to the sound booth. He came up, and the guy was all happy. He's like, that's it. But yeah, he said he called some of the sounds he had to make were blood throats. They call them, where he's like, it's doing it over and over as you start bleeding your throat. Such a harsh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was like, ooh.
I've never done it enough to where it bled.
One shall stand, one shall fall.
Or you got time to bleed.
Oh no.
You got time to duck?
Yeah.
Crowder does an awesome impersonation of Jesse Ventura.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
it's hilarious. Steven Crowder.
Oh, really?
I can never say the word Minnesota again without thinking of him.
Yeah, exactly.
You know the Scooby-Doo G&Q? That was the highest I've ever sold an art piece at the auction, was the Scooby-Doo piece.
Really? Yeah?
Wow.
Yeah.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
How much you get for it?
Where are you?
It was almost, should I say? I guess it's on video, so. Yeah. It was almost $700.
Wow.
Nice. Yeah, I think I remember that.
I think alcohol had a little to do with it too.
Hey.
Oh, was it Megs?
Whoa, what? I didn't put any names out there, Mike.
Exactly.
Was it Migs on a tequila bender?
I think I threw in some extra stuff for him. I think.
Like aspirin?
Hopefully he wasn't a case of the beer goggles, when you wake up and he sees the art later. He's like, what the?
Jeff Potts says, well, guys, I'm out for the night.
All right, happy.
See you, Jeff Potts.
Good seeing you, Jeff Potts.
Fresh air is for dead people.
Like and share.
Like and share, ladies and gentlemen.
I can resonate with that. I'm like, yes, fresh air is for dead people.
But Daphne and Velma pale in comparison to Betty Rumble. Oh, is nothing sacred?
We've never done the Flintstones.
No, we have not.
Meet the Flintstones.
I'd like to see.
That's heresy to Mike, though.
What? No way. That's
See a purist.
That's
Dinosaurs and men.
That's not heresy. It's historically accurate.
And the water buffalo cult.
Well, that's
I'd like to see Kevin.
Who's the Martian? Was it Kazoo?
Yeah.
Kazoo? That's his
Kazoo,
name?
yeah.
The green guy?
Yeah. Yeah. And the one where they're like secret agents and they're judo chopping.
There was like some dialogue in the Flintstones that threw me off. When I heard it, I was like, "What? What? Did you just say that?" Like some like innuendo like that was like over my head as a kid, and I saw it. I was like, "What?"
Oh my gosh, dude! Do you ever go back and watch Bugs Bunny cartoons?
Yeah.
There's so much adult humor in there that just goes right over your head, which I think is perfect. Right? Yeah. That stuff just flies over kids' heads because it's not like right in your face. Hilarious to kids and entertaining to adults.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Oh, okay. Ray Thulu corrects us. It is the Great Gazoo.
Oh, Gazoo.
Gazoo. And then Alpha Proto says there were no chops in judo.
No so he's not the Great Kudzu.
Kudzu, yeah.
The Great Kudzu.
Judo is flips.
Yes, like in the not John Wick comic book, the move that Mike Miller described, which was absolutely not a judo throw.
We'll see
All right, Pete
Mac.
Mac. You have a good one, mate.
See you, Pete Mac. See you, buddy.
See you, Pete Mac.
Try pizza in a bowl. I'm telling you, nothing beats cold pizza in a bowl.
Flintstones was a
Baxter's
prime
Delight.
time show. When else would they have played it?
Dick Van Dyke
Flintstones
is
started black and
90
white, didn't it? Didn't Flintstones start as a black and white show?
Did it?
Yeah, I think so.
Whoa.
Dick Van Dyke is 95, Mike.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
You know
I
who
think
shocked me
he's-
who was still alive? Is John Astin, the Gomez from the Addams Family.
Oh yeah.
He's still alive. I thought he died. Like I seriously, I felt
Really?
bad.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, I felt bad because I was talking to
He
I was
looked
talking to
like he
Sean
was
Astin.
60 already. He's got to be like
Yeah.
100 years old.
He looks the same. It's like,
Oh.
but his hair is of course gray or white. But I was talking to Sean Astin like a few years ago, and I was like, I was talking about John Astin as in the past tense because he's his stepdad, and I was like, and I felt bad after. I'm like, he's still alive? Oh my gosh! I was felt bad after. I just found out like last week. I was like,
I mean, it's crazy that Raul Julia died, but he didn't. I mean,
Yeah.
not to say he should have. I'm just saying that, you know.
In other words, the other Gomez,
Yeah.
younger Gomez.
yeah, see, Fuzzy Creature. I thought he was dead too, but someone just posted up. He's like, and I looked it up. He's like 90
Boom,
something. I think.
boom, boom. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust.
Dick Van Dyke's wife is 47.
Oh, maybe that's his fountain of youth. He's drinking waters from his own sister or something.
So we can like, if we live to 90, 95, you can marry an old younger lady.
That
you
old
go.
younger lady.
Yep.
Well, a young lady,
Yes.
that's young. 50 years
Yes.
younger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dang.
That is 47 has all of a sudden become that hot young stuff.
But hey, you know what? She's got an old soul.
Mm.
He's got a young soul, so balances out.
There you go. Yeah. And he's got horrible politics. I hated finding that out.
Oh, he does. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, but he's 95. It's
Yeah, the senility
yeah.
explains a lot.
What about
That's why he likes Joe Biden. They're both senile.
Dude, William Shatner, man. I love his.
Oh yeah, he's great.
90, and he's on there, and he gives it to people every day, like the SJW type virtue.
Nah,
people.
Shatner's not 90, is he? No way.
Yeah, he's 90.
Yeah, he's
I'm like,
definitely
He
getting up
looks
there.
great for 90.
Yeah, he does. Really, when you think about it, I mean, yeah, he's a little portly, but he looks really good.
Yeah,
For his age. You wouldn't look at him and go, "Hey, he's that old."
Oh, dang, he is.
isn't that crazy? Captain
That's-
Kirk's 90.
And he
That's got to be some of that adrenochrome or whatever the Hollywood elite is.
And yeah,
No,
he throws down on Twitter with people, and he don't. I mean, it's a sharp mind.
oh yeah, he's sharp, man. He just like gives it to people. Like I'm like, whoa, I saved some of them because they're so good.
He's retweeted me a couple times.
Oh really?
James Dietrich wants you to know that he says, hey, I'm hot young stuff in 47. Hot.
Hot blood.
Whatever happened to Buster Poindexter? Wouldn't that be a shame if Dick Van Dyke has made it to 95? Dick Van Dyke has taken all the vitality for himself, leaving none for Buster Poindexter.
Was it Shatner has a new movie with Doc Brown? His name's Senior Moment. Oh, you mean with Christopher Lloyd?
Oh yeah?
They got a movie?
Huh.
Dude, he was in man, William Shatner's so good though. I mean, I know people like to make fun of Shatner, like his acting stuff, but I've been watching TJ Hooker and he just like totally commits in everything he's doing. And I love how he's got this look. In every situation, he goes in there and it's the captain or the chief of police, and he walks in with this look like he just like takes him very lightly, and he's got this smirk on his face, and I love it because he's still the captain in every, he's got that moxie, but he's funny. He's actually a funny guy too, man.
Oh, did you pour out a 40 for our homie?
No.
DMX?
DMX has passed from the mortal coil today.
Yeah, I didn't really follow that, his career or anything.
The silver cord has been stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh no. That's how Rough Riders roll.
Is that one of his songs?
Yeah.
It's sad. He was, I guess it was a drug overdose.
What?
Yeah. He was only 50.
Yeah.
But I was surprised. I was like, what? I was reading an article and they said, I was like, I didn't know he was doing drugs.
Where's little grumpy guy?
I don't know what drug he was taking, but
all of them.
Yeah, I was just like, and also, was it Prince? Well, not Prince. Was it one of the princes? Prince, I mean, died. I was going to say princess. It's not.
Yeah, some royal died. I don't know who it was.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've had other things on my mind.
Yeah, understandably.
Yes. You were always on my mind.
James Dietrich. Love that T.J. Hooker Saturday Night Live sketch where he jumps on the hood of a fleeing suspect's car and clings to it until Canada and stuff. Yeah, that's what T.J. Hooker, man, that guy would take it to the limit. I mean, he would like jump on speeding like school buses to save children, hold little kids out of burning buildings.
Willie Nelson is another guy who's like, what is he, like 150 now?
Oh, he's still alive too, yeah.
I think he was 150 when he started his career.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, if somebody looks their age, that's definitely Willie.
Yeah.
Willie Nelson. He was in a movie that I like. It's called Thief with James Caan. That's a good one.
You know what would be funny is if like you had a vampire story where some elderly dude was like seeking the fountain of youth, and he found some vampire told him that if he allowed him to whatever exchange his wealth and blah 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 for his for eternal life, he would do it, and so he makes the deal, but when he gets turned into a vampire, he doesn't de-age. He just stays some decrepit old 90-year-old for the rest of his life, for all eternity. It's like on a walker, and it's like, I like this forever.
Ellis will probably bury us all.
There already is a real vampire story. It's in Newsweek.
Oh yeah. The where the billionaires are financing the experimentation with the rejuvenating effect of younger people's blood.
Yes, AJ apparently is right if you give him enough time.
Yes.
I won't say the name so I don't get any channel strikes or anything.
Adrenochrome.
The Megan the Probe's gay.
I know I did. I know I did.
Yeah, did you hear about that? Well, I don't want to get too.
I was a highwayman. Along the coach roads I did ride.
Oh, I love that one.
Ever since
sword and pistol by my side.
Ever since they ran that headline, I've been looking for some sexually confused frogs to be going around. Watch out, look outside, see if you see anything.
Looking for love in all the wrong places.
It's funny is that people always remember like the gay frogs, but it really is the atrazine in the water actually did make them hermaphrodites. I think there's a study. Was it UC Berkeley did a study? It was changing them the male frogs into female frogs, so he added the gay thing in there. Well, they started like becoming attracted to the other male frogs, but it's because they became, like Bugs Bunny, they started becoming more feminine. You know what? It's funny. Is some people think that I could say his name, Alex, that he's like that info show is gone, InfoWars, but it's like he's still around. It's called something else now.
It's called Bam TV.
Yeah. It used to be Band.video, and now it's like Forbidden something. I think they keep changing it because they're constantly being under attack. They have like highly encrypted like servers and stuff, and
it's on Odyssey. Hey, did you find out if that was the different Odyssey, Edwin?
Yeah, it is, man. That's
good.
all news. Yeah. Yeah, boy.
Oh, good.
All right. We have some science from Alpha Proto. He says frogs aren't really attracted to anything. They reproduce like fish. So yeah, they're just kicking through the water, blasting it, just like boom, sperm, boom, blasted.
They're sharing the love, I guess. That's pretty.
Yeah,
nasty.
Swimming through the water.
And where Rick is swimming in that water.
That's why you get the water filter.
I am never going swimming in a lake again. Gosh. That's a bit of information that I could have used yesterday.
Did you wear a mask?
That's why you don't drink the pond water, Matt.
Oh, boy. Those freaks.
Hey, you'd eat the eggs, right?
James Dietrich says, "Jeez, boy, this is a family-friendly show." Well,
that's correct. That is correct.
It's Miller after midnight.
You still want to go?
Just chalk it up to like the Nature Channel.
Okay.
Learning some nature's ways.
Hey, I gotta take Eden over to my mom's house to cat sit. So I could leave this open, or I could wrap it up. What do you guys want to do?
Let's say goodnight to people.
Yeah, I gotta get going too.
Yeah, it's getting a little late on my end here too. So.
All righty. Well, good night, one and all. Thank you for being here. Like, subscribe, share, do all that fun stuff. Go support my comics at LoneStarComic.com and keep an eye out for the secret project to be revealed. It's going to be cool. It's going to be fun. And you're going to want to get it. I don't think it's crowdfunding. So, Matt Costin, where can people follow you?
You can follow me at matt.costin on Instagram. And you can also follow me on Twitter under Costin Masked. And you can follow me on YouTube, which I'm going to start some. I actually did record some videos. I just have to get some editing software. I'm looking for that. And I'm going to do some live streams. So I did one impromptu live stream, and I proved myself to be a boomer in the making.
Very nice. Very nice. Kevin, let's see what you're doing there.
Trying to wrap up the inks on a page here.
Is that page 98?
No, I got to go back and actually check because it's at the beginning of the book, but I jumped around. So anyway, here you guys. Awesome. Hopefully it'll.
Awesome.
Can you see it now?
It's great. The camera's working.
All right, cool. Well, you guys can catch me at KevHulk73 on Instagram, KevHulk73 on Minds, Gab, Twitter, of course, and check out Dragon Guard. We'll be closing that down soon. I just got to figure out a day where I want to make a big to-do of it. But anyway, there you go. We're inking on it tonight. Hopefully I don't spoil anything for anybody. And been enjoying it. And Mike, and all the best to your mother. And
thank you.
Praying for her. And you're in our thoughts, buddy.
Thank you very much. James Dietrich wants to know when the next auction is. I don't know. We'll get around to it. Edwin.
Yes. No, I didn't do it. What happened?
Lies.
Oh, yes. You can follow me at It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp at myspace.com. If you don't hear back from me, you probably won't.
It's also hard out there for a simp. Anyways, thank you everybody for being here. God bless us one and all. We'll see you. Please do continue to pray for my mom. Hope Hope she gets better and better and better. Testify. I'll send you